Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Thursday Night Throwdown, or as we'd like to call it, TNT, Giant Bomb's live weekly multiplayer show. I'm Ryan Davis, and we are playing Call of Duty Black Ops this week. Joining me for the action is Jeff Gerstmann from GiantBomb.com.
Hello.
British man extraordinaire, and our color commentator for the evening, Gary Whitta. Gary, how you doing?
The white iced tea, as you described me earlier today.
Yes. We couldn't get iced tea to show up in time, so we got Gary Whitta instead.
Happy to fill in.
I'm gonna say white iced tea.
Blops.
We've got blops.
Got some cod blops.
Cod blops.
We got a bad case of the blops, and at the end of the couch, Test.com's own Will Smith. William, how are you?
I'm the O.J. Simpson of this couch.
With the white OJ and the white iced
From
tea
the
together.
football. They used to commentate. He was on the end of the couch.
Jeff,
I
do
don't
you
know
understand what he's talking about? Do you get it?
Cod blops.
Oh, yeah.
What does that make Jeff the white version of? Because we're all white
the
versions
white
of
version of
black
himself.
celebrities.
I'm the white Frank Gifford, son.
The white Jeff Gerstmann.
Too true. We've also
Wow.
got Internet Steve off to the side, manning the chat room. Going to take your questions throughout the show. But we've got 3 versions of the game in the house. We're going to kick off. We'll probably focus on the 360 version. Let's be honest.
That's where the friends list growth seemed to happen the fastest. So
we actually have a lot of people on the PS3 as well. So we've got a good turnout for that. We have the
PC version up here, and hey, maybe that'll work.
We'll give that a shot, I guess.
PC represent.
Yeah.
Sorry.
We played last night. It was
Yeah, we were the only people on the server.
it was Jeff versus me.
Yeah.
For like an hour. Yeah. We kept waiting for people.
All right, we already got people invited. They're dying to play. So why don't we get going here?
Let's do it, Jeff. Let's what mode are we playing?
We got a full 9, so we can do ground war here.
Great.
And this is going to either be team deathmatch or domination.
I like the sound of that.
Now, what kind of class? Do you play a custom class?
Yeah. I'm usually using assault rifles or light machine guns, and I tend to use the quiet perks like Ninja and Ghost.
I like the ones that make you not be seen by the spy planes.
Yeah. So that's handy because everyone starts to rely on their spy plane stuff. I've got some contracts purchased, so kind of ready to go. Kill streak wise, got the counter spy plane, the chopper, and the regular spy plane.
I'm surprised you don't have the RC car. That's pretty fun.
I don't like the RC car.
What don't you like about the RC car?
It's just, well, for one thing, it leaves you vulnerable. So, unless you can find a good spot to hide while you use it, you're just kind of standing there asking to be killed.
That's kind of true with any of the remote perks.
Yeah,
though, isn't it?
it is.
But like the missile one's fast.
But
from Modern Warfare.
but the higher end ones like chopper gunner or stuff where you're actually up there for a while, you can kill a lot more guys than you can with that RC car.
Right.
Yeah.
Of course, the RC car only requires 3 kills, so that's kind of where they build the trade-off. But
It's
I'd
worth
rather know where everyone is.
It seems like it's worth doing though, because in my limited experience so far, it seems like people hate getting killed by the RC car.
It fills me with rage.
Those kills are almost worth twice as much in satisfaction.
Can you shoot that RC car to death?
Yeah,
Is
you
it
can.
coming towards
It's
you?
very difficult.
Yeah, I've never done it yet.
It skitters. So
And it
bad.
has psychological warfare. I've come to hate and fear this little skittery sound
this-
that
is this
car.
bo-
Once you know it's
Just
active,
this little.
you know it's coming for you.
Is that what? It
Yep,
has the big,
the
spinny
big
thing
spinny
and the-
thing. Yeah. All right, I'm trying to shoot down some
Oh, your D loadout. Yeah.
stuff
We
here.
got the FAMAS.
Oh, good. Heavy metal. Dugga.
All right. But is this capture the flag? Okay.
Everyone jump around a lot. Crouch and then jump.
Whoa!
Oh, yay! Xbox.
Internet.
Oh boy.
That's kind of rude, that connection icon. You notice that kind of going in and out like that?
Wow.
So,
after a
Jeff,
great start.
do you think that's us? Do you think Xbox Live is?
Somebody took a dump.
I don't know. This is the first I've
on,
been playing
connecting
for
to
the
new
past
host.
couple of hours,
And you
I
haven't
haven't
any
run
problems?
into any issues at all.
That's terrific.
It could very well be that we've got
Well,
9
great show,
players
guys.
from all over the world.
That's true.
And
we did go worldwide with this, as we always do.
It sounds like they got off to a bit of a rocky start with the online on this game. A lot of people complaining about getting booted out of games.
But
Even on the
they
consoles?
always do, because Call of Duty games always test the limits of any infrastructure. They always bring out more people than
like
any other
Steam
game at
was
once.
down completely that morning.
Yeah.
It just said no connection on the client. I'm like, I don't even.
It did take us,
how
it
does
did
this-
take
how
us
does this happen?
a little longer to log in the accounts. We were getting this set up earlier.
And this outsold even Modern Warfare 2, didn't it?
That's
Its
what they're
first
saying.
That's what
couple
they're
of days?
claiming.
Wow.
I have no reason not to believe that.
Yeah.
They have been pushing the holy hell out of this, and
Have they? I haven't seen any real marketing for it, but I wonder if it's just
but
like
also
the sort of
it's-
thing that
I think
those
have
people
to?
know. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like
Like you go to Best Buy and literally there were
I guess there's
buckets
a lot,
of them behind
there is
the
a ton of
counter.
in-store stuff. So
Yeah.
there is that.
Well, but there wasn't
and then
in-store
crazy
stuff
internet
online.
sites are doing like live video streams of the game.
Why would people do that?
Week of
I don't
release?
under-
So just
Why would people watch people play games on the internet?
I wish, Jeff, if I had any idea,
we could make a lot of money if we did
I'd be a millionaire.
Attractive on-air talent that could possibly work for
hogwash.
you.
No one cares about that part.
So we're trying again?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just leaving that one.
Here we
hanging.
go. Straight in.
Actually, the control room cares, so that's why we're
that's
getting
good.
nothing but gameplay during this this
good.
Thursday night throwdown. All right, everyone, back to that
Back to
same.
capturing
This seems really
Point
familiar.
six again. Are these all the same guys that were just in the
I believe
previous
so.
game?
So we didn't lose our party.
Okay.
No. All the players stayed in the game. I think just the host was having hosting issues and it did not migrate
What do
properly.
you got there? What is that?
That's my tactical insertion, so I'll respawn there.
Oh,
Which is
okay.
handy because
now,
that guy just
pretty much?
So you get a
killed
little
me.
closer
so,
respawn
yeah,
point. That's
exactly.
cool.
So
Any idea what that device is supposed to be simulating in real life?
it's like a I don't know. Nope.
Okay.
Sort of tactical insertion.
Probably like a beacon.
Oh,
for
like a tactical insert.
Yeah,
Some
yeah,
sort of
something you insert
some sort of
tactically.
beacon. Oh,
Oh,
come
you're
on.
gonna do
Yeah.
it too. Okay.
So I'm
Damn
used-
these load
I'm
times.
used to having a
Oh,
pistol.
Wow.
This is remarkably
so-
like my own experience.
This is my
That's
experience
the,
too.
the,
yeah.
the downside of the tactical insertion is if someone sees it, sometimes they just like to
they just
watch
camp
and
it?
wait
Good
for
place
because
to
they know
camp,
eventually
yeah.
someone's going to pop up there. But you can also kill someone's insertion and prevent them from inserting.
Oh, you can blow it up.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Dude.
So have you seen? I haven't played much of this online yet. Have like the traditional Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 jacked up super configs started emerging yet? Like the dual shotguns or the super speed and marathon.
Doesn't seem
all
like
that?
it. I mean, a lot of that stuff still exists, but nothing necessarily seems unbalanced so far.
I've heard some.
Or at least it hasn't been found.
But it's not rampant yet.
I think the
Right.
intention for this was to, fix some of the issues that plagued Modern Warfare 2. But from what I've seen so far on the internet, it's mixed reports as to how successful that's been. Some people think those issues are better or worse.
Yeah.
I think your opinion on
RC
these
car.
games generally depend on how well you do at them.
There's
If
a
you
guy
die
right
a
there
lot,
on the
you're more
left.
likely to
Right
complain
there.
about the game.
Nice.
So he was driving a
Oh,
car.
nice little
Ah.
melee.
So he still gets to drive his car, but when he's done driving the car, he'll be dead.
He'll be dead. Okay.
So he doesn't even know he's dead yet?
I think it pops up and says, "Hey, you got killed." That's my guy.
That's
Get out
your
of the
guy.
way.
Just some Fist of
No
the North
friendly
Star
fire.
business there.
Yeah, he's already dead.
By the time you get this message.
All right, we've got all three positions locked down right now.
I like that conveyor belt in this map. This is one of my favorite parts of the map.
Well, go do a lap then, I guess.
It's going to tactically
Do a
insert.
lap and maybe take a question from the chat. Internet Steve,
Yeah.
how's it going?
Oh, good.
How's the chat?
Chat's alive and well. Brick Road wants to know. Actually, he says Spec Ops was one of Modern Warfare 2's best features. How big of an error was it to not include it in Blops?
I think it's unfortunate that it's missing. That was one of the coolest parts about Modern Warfare 2.
What is Spec Ops?
It was a two-player co-op mode where they basically just built a bunch of new levels and
We're kind
But
of
like kind of super quick
yeah,
scenarios.
yeah, 40 minutes.
Oh, I
tops.
remember. Yeah, no, I remember that. That was cool.
So that's that's
played
not
it.
here, but Zombies is, and I think Zombies is super lame. So
You have a pretty well-known prejudice against zombies, though, Jeff.
yeah, but I think the Zombies mode is also like lame on it, regardless of my feeling about zombies. So
Well, the
so
Spec Ops
obviously
thing was-
I'm going to think, hey, they should have had Spec Ops in this game. is what I'm saying.
Spec Ops was really good.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't disagree, Jeff, but Spec Ops, it seems like was kind of Infinity Ward's thing, and
Yeah,
Treyarch
found its thing with.
if that's where these development teams are at, then they have a larger problem than anyone realizes, because it's not about this is my thing, this is your thing. It's about selling games and making great games. And if that's really what's holding it up, then this whole thing is done. They're all screwed. If that's the mentality they're
You're saying they
sticking
should just
to.
focus on making things good rather than owning
Exactly.
concepts that have already been done over and over and
Maybe
over
they
again.
felt like they just wanted to change it up. You do Spec Ops one game, you do something else the next game.
Yeah, but then it'd be nice if they came up with something else. Instead, like this game feels like very much like a Treyarch Call of Duty game, and I don't mean that in a derogatory way. I mean just like, the modes and the options, and this game has dogs in it as a kill streak, just like World at War did, and
Right.
it has the stuff that they added. It has the really nice looking fire and explosion stuff that Modern Warfare 2 didn't have, but World at War did, and it just.
Yeah, the fire and smoke effects are great.
Yeah, at some point you just start to wonder, like why is it petty? Is it that there's they're not rolling each other's improvements into the next game, and
mean,
after
maybe
all
it's
the
been-
Infinity Ward stuff, maybe this won't even be an issue anymore. But it's still. It would have been nice to see Spec Ops.
Do you think if you already have Modern Warfare 2 and you like that, this is worth getting? It feels like they tweaked the multiplayer, but it doesn't feel like a whole new experience.
I think that you're. It depends on what your friends are doing, right? If you play this game as part of a group, you kind of want to all stick to the same game, and it's nice to just have new maps. Even if I think that some aspects of the multiplayer were better in Modern Warfare 2, I still prefer having a whole new set of maps to play on.
Just to have something fresh.
Yeah, to have something fresh, and the changes they made. Some of them are zero-sum changes. It's just like, oh, okay, yeah, you did that, sure, fine. But by and large, the progression stuff still works.
I wonder how many of the Modern Warfare player base just defected straight over, and how many people are still playing Modern Warfare.
Yeah, I think some of that's you're gonna have people that are getting the game for Christmas or something like that are they're going to be stuck playing.
You think that's still a thing, really?
Last year's game, I think to some extent. Some of your younger guys out there.
It has
certainly.
to be, right? Because that's why all the games come out right now. If that wasn't the case, then all the games wouldn't come out right now.
I mean, do all the games? I mean, I know all the games come out right now.
They do.
But sometimes stuff just happens because of habit. Sometimes they project that Q4 should be a big quarter.
I asked these questions of some folks at some big publishers a couple years ago. And so,
and they gave you the look
maybe
that you're
things have
giving me.
completely changed. They said, like, hey, we would also love to not do it this way, but market research shows that yes, there's more money to be had in the holiday season for entertainment like video games than the rest of the year.
See, I buy games at Christmas time because that's when the games come out.
Even when you are competing with a bunch of other games,
more games will be purchased.
Your game will
because
sell
they
more.
release it's chicken or egg.
It does bug me that all the good games get stacked up at the same time of the year.
Yeah, it sucks.
I guess what you can do is just keep some of them in reserve. When you go after Christmas and the games start to dry up, you've got a couple of.
I don't buy single player
I got a
stuff.
stack.
There's always a backlog, right?
I got a stack like this.
I don't buy single player stuff this time of year. Just multiplayer and Fallout and maybe Fable. And Enslaved.
What about Assassin's Creed Brotherhood?
I'm going to wait on that one.
Okay.
Pretty sure.
Is that
But
the
that's
last-
also
That is multiplayer focused.
That's out next week, right?
It's out next week.
Yeah, I'll probably pick that up.
Is that the last big one for this year? What else is coming out?
Epic Mickey's still coming out.
Epic Mickey.
Need for Speed Hot Pursuit is next week
Oh,
as
well,
well.
I got that pre-ordered. I'm very excited about that.
That's one of my all-time favorite Need for Speeds, the first one.
I just heard that I think we're going to end up getting a copy of that like
The first Hot
tomorrow.
Pursuit.
Yeah.
I loved it. 'Cause,
Spike
ever,
strips.
ever
Oh,
since
I
I
like
was
that.
ever since I was a kid, I wanted them to remake Chase HQ as a modern game.
Yeah.
And this is about as close as I think they're ever going to get. Right up to the same dynamic of kind of ramming the energy bars off the cars and.
So Jeff, you leveled up.
I did, yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah, finished some stuff, made it to 16. So now I can put my player emblem, that's that silly 8 up there, I can put it on my guns, which, they've created this huge money sink in the game where, let's stick with these guys for one more game.
Okay.
You can change your class in the game while you're on
On
between
the consoles
levels.
you can totally do
That's
that.
an amazing
They give
innovation
you this
in
intermission
gameplay.
where you can actually use all the stuff you unlock.
I feel like you
Fascinating.
guys are being wry.
If only PCs
No.
had the power
What would make
to
you think that, sir?
facilitate that.
So I can spend 1,000 here and put the emblem on my gun. It's on the side of it. It doesn't.
No one's going to see that.
No one's ever going to see it. I'll well.
Can we call you 8-Ball for the rest of the show?
if you want?
It's not even like we
Ball.
can spin the camera around you
Right.
for you to be like, check it out.
Yeah.
Ridiculous. Hey, Steve, more questions for the chat.
Yes, we do. Both Neku Sakuraba and Dark Dude asks, have the crew played the PC version? How does it stack up to the console versions?
It seems like when they fix it, it will be perfectly capable and a better looking game than either of the consoles. But right now, it seems like it's kind of broken in some significant ways, and hopefully,
a lot broken.
hopefully, when they're fixing the lag problems and some of the other actual gameplay technical issues, they'll do another pass on the front end and do another pass on all the menus and server browser and stuff, because that stuff is awful.
I played quite a bit. I finished the single-player campaign. It looks great at high res. I mean, it looks really, really good. But it is kind of a shame that it definitely does seem to be the version that shipped in the most broken state.
Yeah.
Hoopty is the word I would use.
Why would you use that word?
Because
It's
it
a
is
car?
hoopty.
Like it's like a.
As in it is a hoopty, the PC
Well, you
version
get
of
to
this
enjoy
game
your
right now.
decal. You know, it's always.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah, I guess okay.
It's pretty good, 8-Ball.
I guess the last time I did this, it was a much darker one that blended with the gun a little better. So maybe.
So go gaudy.
Yeah.
Right.
Make
It seems
that
like
stand out.
the little background things that's the key anyways, is just go as garish as you can.
Or, celebrate your love of certain things.
Of Hello Kitty or the number 8.
Yes.
Yeah.
What mode are you
go.
playing right now?
This is team deathmatch.
Okay.
Or Canada.
Oh, that was I like that thing with the crossbow and the explosive.
It's very Duke Boys.
Yeah.
Say it's a traditional Cold War weapon, the exploding crossbow.
Yeah. I remember in Red Dawn. Wait, no.
I remember in G.I. Joe.
Now, are all the weapons in the multiplayer tied to the era that the single player setting? Like, are these all like 1968 weapons? Or?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, theoretically, some of the guns in the game, like the AUG, I don't think hit even prototyping until the mid 70s, mid to late 70s. So yeah, there's some stuff that if you start looking at it too closely, it doesn't make any sense, and they just explain it away by saying like, oh, these guys are the best of the best Black Ops. They had access to all kinds of stuff that you didn't know about. You don't know about it.
This is an arcade game, is what it boils down to.
Yeah, basically.
It's not
so,
a sim.
which I think.
Well, it's not a historically accurate.
Yeah, it's
Although-
beneficial in the long run because that's the problem. That's why I didn't like World at War as much, because the guns were not nearly as fun.
These kind of games though do appeal to the kind of dude bros who like to obsess over guns and details like that, right?
Yeah, I
so
like
the game
obsessing
doesn't get
over
something like that. You'll probably hear about it on the internet, even though it's the arcade versions of the guns.
Yeah.
I'm tired of worrying
And they
about-
care about that. People, players care about, the real weapons and how they handle, and they have some expectations over how
Like
how
the
these,
accuracy
like
and-
even if they've never shot one in real life, how they should handle in a game.
Well, so much of this stuff is based on like Counter Strike
shot.
originated a lot of this.
Sure,
don't you
yeah,
think?
absolutely. Counter-Strike definitely responsible for the beginning of a lot of this stuff.
Yeah, like the fact that the first shot on the AK is supposed to be accurate.
So I died next to my tactical insertion there and knew he was going to be right there.
Oh! And I think he has one too.
Yeah, but then
He's
no,
got
that's
you
a
marked
different
now.
guy.
My favorite kill streak bonus in this is the one that gives you the second chance to kill a guy with a pistol before you die. I've died to that a few times, so I added it to my class and I got a few kills with it. It's fun.
So Jeff, can you just go and like shoot that big old warhead a bunch and end the level?
No. Well, I guess I haven't tried.
Seems like that would be game breaking though.
Do they have the nuke insta win?
No, they don't.
Okay.
They the highest end thing is get out of here.
B-52?
It is the no, it's not even that. It's it's a helicopter, and also the dogs are both 11 kills.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Are the
Does it, like,
dogs really
release the
powerful
hounds?
then?
The dogs are a pain in the ass to deal with.
So is it just like a pack of dogs that
Yeah,
runs around
and they
trying
all
to kill
split
enemies?
up and run
Okay.
all over the place, and it just becomes a crazy to deal with it.
Can you
sounds
snap
great.
the neck like you can in single player if it gets on you?
You know, I didn't let him get that close. or if I did, I was too busy dying. No, they typically will jump you from behind or something like that, and you will just end up dead immediately. It's
Yeah,
Scared of
dogs are
dogs.
bad.
What kind of dogs are they? Like German Shepherds?
Yeah.
Corgis.
Chihuahuas? Corgis?
Corgis.
They're corgis. I'm gonna be
Yorkshire
fucking pissed
Terriers.
off. I'm boycotting
It's like a whole
this game.
sack of Yorkshire Terriers that you just spill out on the ground.
Actually, just throw a sack of Yorkshire Terriers
Yes.
at the person.
Yeah, if there was a
and
weapon-
and just the weight of that, it's just a melee
I
attack.
think that's a game right there. Yorkshire. Yeah, I mean, just the whole game is.
No,
packs
that's
of
just like a
Yorkies
Facebook quiz
versus-
of how many pounds of Yorkshire Terriers in a bag would it take to knock you down? 50 turns out.
32,
Yeah,
7.
these are the things you learn by
Are they
doing Facebook
fierce
quizzes.
Yorkies or are they tame, like well-behaved tea-sipping Yorkies?
These are questions I really don't want to consider, Will Smith. Although I will say that I am now out of delicious Coke Zero and am feeling a little parched.
Do you want me to get you a beverage?
No, actually, I want you to sit right there, and I want us all, while Jeff murders people in Black Ops here, to celebrate the fact that today, ladies and gentlemen, is Internet Steve's 21st birthday.
Holy shit!
So
Thank you.
congratulations to Internet Steve. You
I'm
made
gonna
it
go roll the
21.
kegerator around.
Go back to the bar and get us some beers. And
Wow,
get yourself one as well.
As you now legally can.
Can you now
No,
legally
can I see an ID,
If
please?
you want.
Yeah.
Do not,
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
please, sorry.
We're not
pressure.
pressuring you into
Don't drink if you
Good
don't
call,
want
good
to.
call, Jeff. I assume I do not need the
legally.
pressure.
So this
If,
will be
if you
Internet-
care to. But
Internet Steve's first-
From now on, he's going to be
first ever
sloppy
beer.
Steve from this point on.
Coke Zero's delicious. If you want that, that's fine.
We have Coke Zero?
Yeah.
What? I'll have a Coke Zero. feel bad. I feel
Happy birthday, get us.
yes, happy birthday. Get me a drink.
You got to do the little clap first. You got guys on the right there beside you.
Yeah.
I want one of those little bells that you.
Well, that's why I have white iced tea here. I can't pull that off, convincingly.
I love white iced tea.
It's pretty good.
That first game is going okay. This one, falling
I
apart.
quite enjoyed Ice-T's unboxing of blocks. Oh, thank you very
Cod
much.
blops, you mean?
Cod blocks. I
Is it
think
cod
it's blop- I
blops
think
or
blops.
blops?
I just like blops.
Blops.
Really?
Yeah.
Just rolls off the tongue.
I don't think this is about what rolls off the tongue, though.
I just like
Well,
saying
you
blops.
want it to catch on, right?
Okay.
So let's go with what's easy.
We should have
I
discussed
just can't stop thinking of that LMFAO song "Shots" and just replacing it with blops. So I just in my head all day I've just been blops, 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 blops. So that's why it works for me.
I like that. I like the blops, blops.
Oh, you got
Blops,
RC.
blops, blops,
Yeah.
blops.
Ooh.
We should have discussed this more thoroughly before the podcast that we recorded earlier today.
What's that?
The cod blops versus blops. Because I went with cod blops
I think
the whole
I
time.
think we split.
Yeah, we
it
split
quite a
right down
bit.
the middle. That's not the way you make something happen.
Yeah, I still think it's going to take on blops.
We did a good podcast today, guys.
For
Yeah,
once,
it was
a tested
interesting. I know it's the
podcast.
first good one. We're on like
talked-
35, and I'm
talked
feeling good
about-
about
It
it.
sounded exciting. You came around and
Talks about
gave us a little
Connect.
preview.
Yeah, so we got. Well, Gary's on the podcast a lot, and
Yes.
we love having Gary around. But Gary's old partner in crime from Game Theory
Bottom.
podcast.
The old Game Theory
411.
podcast, which
Wow.
is never
Disgusting.
coming back, but we did a little mini reunion.
Plenty of
together.
time to redeem yourself here,
Yeah.
Jeff. Let's get a new group here.
Yeah.
Are you going to do a Connect TNT at any point? Is there any even games that will
Do you
allow
want
that?
Ryan to die?
Yes.
I guess we
Well,
could.
if it's entertaining.
If it's
I mean,
entertaining, I'll do
How
it.
committed is he to the Whiskey Media audience? That's the question.
Bring it home.
That's the mindset for sure. Yeah, I just don't know that anything has come out yet. That,
Yeah, is there anything that's
that
really online
warrants
enabled
it.
like that? Where you can have like
yeah,
10
I mean,
people
like
jumping around?
Joyride's online, Sports is online. I think Adventure's online.
Yeah. This,
I'm just thinking it would make
Is
entertaining
Adventures
video.
online, really?
I think Adventure's online.
Is there
yeah.
online and is there
Adventures
Advanced
is
Battle
online,
and-
I know there's
There's
an
the box
Adventures
right
box
there,
like
check it out.
right there.
Oh yeah. Yeah, sure enough. That's perfect.
yeah, Adventures.
Let's see, what does it say
definitely
online?
Co-op 1 to 2.
Co-op 2,
Standing.
activity level standing,
Online
active.
multiplayer 2. There we go.
Okay, I'm 2 computers like
Yeah, I don't think Dance Masters is online, which is what we're being treated to.
Wow.
Oh, is this Dance Central?
That's
Okay, I
Central,
thought this was Masters.
No, that's freestyle.
Oh, you're right. Yeah. Oh, we have an excellent
Wow.
loop of everyone's freestyles.
Oh my goodness.
Is that Kuntz?
Yeah, that's Kuntz on stilts.
Kuntz got moves.
This is a great reel to just have around. Oh, ice cold Coors Heavies.
Yeah, when you have one of those go to commercial type moments, that's when you can run right away.
Yeah.
You want to pass this one of these down, and I can leave
Yeah.
one. You can leave that one there at
suppose
your
I'll,
side
not
as you
gonna
like.
make-
So happy birthday, Internet Steve! Thank
Hey,
you,
happy birthday,
thanks
Steve.
Thanks for the
Hey.
cold ones, sir,
Yeah,
and survive tonight.
Ready for
please.
another.
Yeah, no backup.
I have to get one more guy here.
That's fresh from the Canadian Rockies.
That
Colorado.
guy's in a Video Connect chat.
All right.
If you are in this list of people, don't play Fable 3 during this time.
You know what we need?
No, not that list of people. This list of people.
Oh.
This is the list,
You know what
and
we need?
everyone
Okay,
is playing.
in the previous list, it's totally okay to be playing
But
Fable
look at
3.
this! Look at this list. Let's scroll down this list for a bit. Look at that! Look at how many
That
goddamn people are
There's a
playing.
lot of Black Ops.
The only people that aren't playing Black Ops
Anyone
are
playing
away,
anything
I think.
Blops, sorry.
And then some of these guys are just offline.
but not that many.
It's
We have
blops or
like
nothing.
What is it? Like 77 out of 100 people
Yeah.
are online right now on
That's
our
a lot of
friends
people.
list.
121 million people overall.
Wow.
Oh, we could go into a bare bones.
No, 1 million.
Yeah, these
Yeah,
are illegal numbers you're
121
telling
million
me
would be a
here.
big success.
Yeah, that would be kind of unusually
1.2
large.
million.
Hint toward piracy.
You know what would be great? Chat roulette for Kinect. You put it in the arcade as a free download.
Absolutely not.
Yep.
That is.
Keep going.
Yes.
Well,
I'm on. Yeah.
Just let
Subverted.
your
agree. I
imagination do the rest.
Unrated. No
know-
ESRB.
Yeah,
just-
no ESRB.
I met Merton yesterday.
I heard he was at that new
Really?
TV
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah. He's not. I thought for a long time he was Ben Folds, but he is not Ben Folds.
Has
Today.
he managed
clearly
to,
is not
has he
Ben
managed
Folds,
to
yes.
parlay his internet fame
I
into
think
anything?
he appeared at a conference yesterday.
Okay.
and
So
he
he's
played last
parlaying.
night. I don't know how big a parlay that is, but
Well,
there's.
clearly he had to have been paid to show up.
I would assume that there's some transaction for that
Yeah.
to happen.
I did think for a while that Merton and Ben Folds were one and the
Look
same.
like the same dude, same music. don't really look the same. But
Well, for a while,
prosthetics.
Ben Folds was actually doing that on tour also.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
but that
But
was
but
born
not
out
nearly
of,
as
like,
well.
Those are the
yeah.
Well, when I
Yeah.
saw it, it was a tribute to Merton, but I thought it was him revealing himself as Merton
Oh,
when
yeah,
I first saw
no.
it, but I guess it wasn't.
Turns out it was just Merton revealing himself. It's a different thing.
Right.
Chat roulette.
Well, that's what chat roulette's all about.
Merton's off chat roulette though.
Is-
That was what the takeaway was.
Revealing
he's doing,
yourself.
He's doing his own Merton thing now.
He has Merton
Is he
roulette
going
now.
to be another
Yes.
Tay
Just a,
Sunday?
just a video chat where just
I don't
every
know.
time you get
I don't
him.
know.
Because I think he's
That'd be
displayed more
awesome.
talent
I would
than
totally
Tay
do that.
Sunday.
Oh, he is real. I mean, Tay Sunday, don't knock
Tay
Tay
Sunday,
Sunday.
no, don't get me, he's not
He moves
without
his mouth
talent.
away from the mic when he
Tay
breathes.
Sunday got a Dr. Pepper commercial. He got something out of it.
What are he's doing right now? Can we get him on the phone? Does anyone have Tay Zonday's phone
You should
number?
have him as a guest.
We call him up and ask him about Black Ops.
Blops.
I've got Ice-T's phone number. We just try calling him and see what happens.
I feel like the
I think
entire
that's probably a
party
mistake.
didn't
No.
make it. So
I mean, what if he's shooting? What if he's
You
hanging
know
out
how
with
time
Marissa
getting a game going
Hargitay?
here?
the party did not come with me when I went to go join a game for some reason.
This is
So-
one of the problems that I've heard is that the
That happened
parties
in Modern
fall
Warfare
apart.
2 a fair amount too, where it's just sometimes it would.
So what do you, so you create a
Explode.
party outside of the game, and then when you
Yeah,
join, you all
then the
join
leader
as
of
a
the
group?
party says, "All right, let's
Okay.
go."
Okay.
All right, let's just invite.
But this is
the
separate
top-
from like 360 parties. This is
Yeah, this is a game
game specific thing.
It's
Let's
like
try and get
Halo
let's try and get
party.
6 people here and join a different playlist.
What do you have in mind? Any? Would you be willing to take playlist requests?
I guess, yeah, sure.
Internet Steve, let's take a look at the chat, see what folks want to see us play here.
But let's do that for the next time and just play headquarters right now.
Okay.
What maps do you like so far?
Turns out everyone wants you to play headquarters anyways.
I like Nuketown.
I like Nuketown.
Headquarters,
yeah.
Ground War.
I like the one.
Major
Is Nuketown the one
modes.
with all the dummies?
The dummies, yeah. So
Yeah,
which
it's good.
which you find yourself shooting a
yeah,
lot.
I go straight for them at the beginning, right with the
I'm not
knife.
sure if you
It's
can
a
do
mixed bag
a
of
wager
everything.
match with parties. I'll have to give that a shot.
What's the wager system do? How's that
That's
work?
it's a basically
in the
death match.
chamber.
It's a 6-player death match where the top 3 players basically take home some of the cash. So like the money you're earning to unlock
So it's
stuff
gambling.
with, you're gambling that stuff away.
Okay.
Yeah,
Interesting.
yeah.
I don't know how I feel about that. All the wholesomeness of gambling with the wholesomeness of first-person shooters.
Killing
Yeah,
people.
well,
yeah.
you know, ideally you're earning enough to unlock some stuff faster, but I found that, you know, you might as well just play a couple of headquarters games and you start racking up money.
Yeah,
pretty
headquarters is
quickly.
big money
Yeah.
usually.
So like Modern Warfare, I kind of didn't play Modern Warfare 2, but I've been playing a bit of this, and I guess it's the same as Modern Warfare in the sense that you kind of got to pay your dues for the first few levels before you can start unlocking stuff that actually makes your character
Yeah.
a little more deadly. Like, I didn't
Yeah.
have any good weapons right away, and now only
Yeah,
now I
there's
think
a little
do
bit
I
of
have
that
the,
early level
That
grind.
M16 is not my friend.
the 3-shot burst. I don't find very
It
very
is
good.
not
I
my
want to be able
friend.
to spray bullets everywhere. I got the FAMAS with the red dot sight as the first weapon that's really been in any way reliable for me.
In any of the Modern Warfare games, like the first time I can get a red dot on something, that is when I start feeling like I'm actually doing anything effective.
Moment to
Well, the thing
cherish.
is now you can get that like way sooner because
Oh.
you can just purchase it.
Okay.
With
It's not like a perk type thing,
right.
Or a I forget how they.
You had to earn it. You had to get weapon. You had to get like
Yeah,
weapon
you had to
progress.
get like a bunch of kills
By
with
doing-
that gun
yeah.
to,
Right.
to unlock it.
Now, what is headquarters like? King
So you
of
had
the
to
Hill?
suffer through that gun being
Sort
shitty
of.
before you could have it be good.
Yeah. Well, the thing I ended up finding is after a while you move away from the red dot because you'd rather have the noob tube or silencer or something else on the gun.
What's a noob tube?
The under barrel grenade launcher?
Oh,
the
okay.
weapon of choice of Norm Chen.
That
Speaking of Mr. Chen, I think I'm going to tag out. Go edit the podcast.
This incredible podcast.
This amazing,
Very excited to hear the
supercast.
podcast.
Before
Yeah,
you
tonight.
go, Will Smith,
Yes,
when
sir.
is this going to drop? Where can people find it?
This will drop on tested.com/podcast
Uh huh.
in mere moments. It'll take me an hour and a half.
So later this evening.
Later this evening tonight.
Not right now.
No, by midnight tonight it will be up. Every
Well
midnight.
after TNT.
Maybe during TNT. I might come back over here.
Well after TNT. Once TNT is over,
For a nice little aperitif.
Immediately.
We're not-
immediately following TNT.
yes.
Little palate cleanser after TNT.
I'm going to schedule this for 6:01 on the dot.
In case you didn't get enough
Pacific
Gary
time.
Whitta in your ears from TNT.
We'll give you all the witty you can take. It's
never-
the
there's
longest
never
podcast
enough.
we've ever done.
It's a long- it's an epic.
It's bombcast length. It's a epic.
It was getting up there.
Yeah.
That's a bold claim. Well, we'll have fun with that. Thanks
I may
for,
see you guys
for
later.
joining us here. Yeah, Norm Chan, if you want to tag in, feel free. You could also just hang in the wings. Yeah, you get that microphone off you.
I'm going to tag.
You're like you're going to take a poop on that monitor, that stance. I don't know what's going on.
Straddle it.
Now you've... Oh. All right.
Nice.
So we captured the headquarters, but now I'm dead. So how this works is they tell you where the headquarters is. Oh, he's shooting my thing. What a dirt. What a jerk.
Enemy destroyed the headquarters. Headquarters located.
So that's where the headquarters is, but it does not activate for 45 seconds. Which means we basically just fight it out near the headquarters until it activates, at which point you capture it like it's a flag or anything
Yeah!
else.
Headquarters Pro.
Yeah. And then as soon as one team has captured it, the team that captures it no longer respawns. That's
Your guy. That's not your guy.
Yeah.
Oh.
The team that captures it no longer respawns. So if you hold,
Yeah, until the headquarters gets destroyed.
okay.
So
the
you have
longer
to
you
hold
hold
out
it,
for as long as you can.
You accumulate points. The longer you
Yeah,
hold it.
and the longer the headquarters is alive and undestroyed, you gain points.
Oh, I
Norm,
see.
Norm,
Okay.
what's your favorite headquarters reading?
Headquarters reading.
Well, they have all the different sides through the various games that have had headquarters in them.
Headquarters Pro.
I loved in the first Modern Warfare the
guy just screams.
yeah, the headquarters. That guy was great. That alone, like I think headquarters is a pretty cool mode, but
It's my favorite game mode.
that
It's also the fast way to level up. Okay, so that headquarters got destroyed before I could even get over there to help destroy it. Nice when it works out that way.
problem solved.
So it's almost dumb to be standing here until it activates.
Right. And even when you've captured it, you don't want to be in the
Yeah,
room.
you don't want to be
'cause it
right
gets
there
grenade
because they'll just lob
Yes.
grenades in there.
You want to throw grenades in as your headquarters is being taken down.
Is Ice Cube? Does he ever?
Yeah, he does.
Spit headquarters
He does,
out?
yes.
Oh, I really have to start playing this game.
He will say things about how your tactical insertion has been destroyed. Oh.
I thought
And now I gotta wet you.
Yes.
I thought they had a pretty good likeness of him in the single-player game as well, the Ice Cube character.
So that's actually not meant to be his likeness.
really, but it looks a lot like
Yeah,
him.
no, they designed that character before they had Ice Cube on board,
Huh.
and it's actually designed after one of the guys in the QA department,
Interesting.
Who happens to
who
look
happens
like Ice
to look
Cube.
like a young Ice Cube, as it turns out.
I bet that guy had to have been stoked when they said, "Hey, buddy, guess what?
So it's your face, and Ice Cube's going to be voicing it. Like, that's great.
God damn, I can think of nothing better. Shoot that guy!"
What?
Oh, wow.
Story of my life right there.
What just happened?
That was an invincible little gate there.
You can still shoot through walls.
Yeah, there's still a deep impact equivalent.
Norm, have you gotten into any blops yet?
I played 16 minutes and did fairly well on PC.
I think we're going to try and
On
play
PC.
some PC later
Oh.
tonight, right?
I hope so.
Jump on Steam. Hope that the patches have stabilized things a little.
And I know you don't like the initial gun. I think it's fine. I like the 3-shot
Well,
burst.
the MP3, M16.
Yeah, the M16. That's how I
think
played a lot.
Once you put a
of-
decent sight on it, I think it's because it's got long range, right?
Well, you got tap and tap it done for you.
I just don't like iron sights. I'm so reliant on the red dot sights now. Even the ACOG sights, I'm not thrilled.
I don't like the ACOG sights or the
The holographic.
reflex scope or whatever. Yeah, holographic. Yeah. Kind of the nice thing about headquarters is that if you're a player that isn't necessarily racking up kills, if you're not
You're still getting a lot of
super
team-
awesome, yeah, there's still objectives for you to carry out. And you're also earning a lot of points just for kind of being on the team.
If your team sucks, though, it is super frustrating. 'Cause
Yeah.
the enemy team holds headquarters for the entire time.
Yeah, that is really depressing.
Yeah, but when is that not true?
The only thing worse than losing, not winning.
I always find it interesting when you get into kind of a one-on-one like that with another guy and you're convinced that you shot him, but he shoots you, and then when you see the kill cam, it actually
It's
looks
like
like your bullets
yeah.
are spraying way wide of him.
Yeah.
Or you're not even firing, at which point you just start complaining about network situations,
Or that just is revealing how much sooner he had a beat on you than you thought. Internet Steve.
Yep.
Oh,
Claymores.
damn you, butt
Claymores
nuts!
are dangerous.
Internet Steve, let's get some questions from the chat.
Yeah, Matt Jam 3000 asks, what perk does Jeff miss the most from Modern Warfare 2?
Any particular
No.
perks that?
I think it's weird that Martyrdom's not in here at all.
Headed your way.
Not even as a death streak?
Yeah, there are no death streaks at all.
Oh, wow.
The enemy captured the headquarters.
Is there one-man army?
TNT inbound.
Yeah, it's well, no. I guess actually there is not. There's Warlord, but that's actually the equivalent of Bling.
So that's just having two.
Yeah, you
of
have
the
two
weapons.
attachments, but I don't believe there's a.
Because there's a
I
lot
don't
of
have the
controversy over one-man army.
I don't have the full list memorized, but yeah, I don't think there's
Headquarters
a.
secured.
So the point count to get from one level to the
terrible.
next increases exponentially, right?
The what? Oh yeah.
Because it seems like you are racking up a decent number of points here, just with your individual kills and.
What's your kill-death ratio like, generally? Pretty good?
Under 1.
Unacceptable.
There you go, good shot.
Friendly care package inbound.
Oh, it's because I play a lot of stuff like Headquarters, where I don't really care if I'm killing or dying or anything like that. It's about, am I making it to the target at the right time?
Yeah.
Am I actually doing the stuff that gets the team
Yeah, I like
points?
objective-based games more than just the straight-up deathmatch type games.
And they said, actually, there was a story I was reading today where Treyarch said that they did everything they could to de-emphasize the kill-death ratio in all the leaderboards and stuff like that, because they felt it was ruining the game, that people were playing specifically to keep that number up, and so they were, camping out and doing all
More
kinds of
concerned with their own
yeah,
score than, like, the
exactly.
team effort.
Yeah.
IEB.
Well, that seems smart.
I think I had my first couple of kill-death ratio games that were above a 2 earlier today, in a while anyway.
You know, in the real world, that just wouldn't cut it.
Yeah, I guess. In the real world, any kill-death ratio that is lower than infinity.
It's pretty bad.
It's not a good result for you.
Yeah, but I got 5 of them. Yeah, well, you're still totally dead.
Captured the headquarters.
And I'm not going to talk to you guys for the next hour and a half.
Well, we're already burning through hour 1 here, Jeff, so feel free to focus on the action. Yeah, that little spot, that's a good little sniper's nest that guy's found.
Enemy spy plane above.
Waiting for the right time for your
The
tactical
maps are still
insertion.
designed with the same basic principle, right? Big circle that you can cut across. in the
Yeah,
middle.
you have a route that you're kind of working around and some shortcuts.
Right, and
It seems
spawns
like
just-
that philosophy is intact.
It seems like your team's getting pretty badly owned in this particular game, points-wise.
Yep.
Oh yeah, it's not good. That could be going better.
Kill that guy.
What?
Again, White Ice Tea bringing the strategies of kill that
You'll see
guy.
Jeff pick up now that I'm coaching him.
Headquarters offline.
Yeah.
See, what you should have done there is shoot him first before he shot you.
All right.
Headed your way.
Gary Whitta pro tips.
You can't pay for this kind of strategy,
No.
guy. There you go.
Watch out for that Claymore.
I'd say you could pay for that. Yeah, I'd say Brady would be willing to charge you for that.
Prima.
Yeah,
You
prima.
pay top dollar for that.
There isn't a bar in the previous Modern Warfare.
Those jerks at the Stratos group.
Isn't there like a famous strategy from like an old issue of GamePro from years ago, like Doom 2, where it says to kill the Kaku demon, shoot at it until it dies? It's like,
Yeah.
it's like one of the great strategy captions of all time.
Enemy spy plane incoming.
Oh.
Oh, so I should keep shooting at it, not just like shoot it once
Until it dies.
and then be
Okay.
confused
And then it'll
why
be
I
dead.
die.
Online.
Yeah, the gamers were thinking ahead of the time. The backdoor switch.
It's cutting edge.
What? Oh.
Uh-oh.
Migrate the hosts. Migrate the hosts.
Gotta keep that host moving.
You mean move it?
Yes.
Indeed. Call of Duty Black Ops is what we're playing here on Thursday Night Throwdown. If you're just now joining us, Jeff is on the sticks. We're playing the 360 version. We've got Norman Chan from Test.com and Gary Whitta on the couch helping with the color commentary. Jeff's playing a little headquarters right
Cool.
now. And yeah, we've got 360 running. We may switch over. We've got PS3 and PC in the wings when it strikes us to switch over, but
Shoot the helicopter.
we're having some fun here, so we're just going to keep on playing. Internet Steve, of course, is off to the side, manning the chat room, looking for your questions, and helping us figure out new and exciting ways to distract Jeff from his game.
Do you think there's a missed opportunity in the Call of Duty series to have maps and game modes imported into the newest version? So if you still wanted to play Modern Warfare 2 maps, you didn't have to go search out
Kind of like
the
Rock
disc.
Band, where the library grows. That's a good idea.
I think business-wise, it would be bad for them because already they sell maps from the previous game back to you in their map packs.
Plus, it's what allows new players to start playing at the beginning of the new game life cycle.
It for everyone.
Is that it resets all of that stuff, all of that progress you've made in the previous Call of Duty game gets reset. Like, you still have the skills, obviously, but you don't have all the perks. You haven't, made these crazy loadouts. So,
And
I think it's necessary for Call of Duty games for them to give
Well,
you
not necessarily
square
bringing
one.
your character progression over, but being able to have a larger repository of maps. Like you can, like the same as you would import your Rock Band 2 song.
Yeah,
to
but
Rock
they've
Band
stopped
3.
doing that stuff too.
Have they?
Well, I mean, new Rock Band DLC works for Rock Band 3, and it's like backwards compatibility for that stuff is.
But
Like,
my
all
Rock
that
Band
stuff
2
still
DLC
works.
works with Rock Band 3, right?
What's that?
My
It all
Rock Band 2
still works.
DLC works with Rock Band 3.
Right.
Because the appeal of that is just having one mega library and not having to go between different games if you want to play certain songs.
Right.
So it's the same as this. If I want to play Nuketown and a game from Modern Warfare, a map from Modern Warfare 2, it'd be nice to have them all consolidated and not have to swap discs and play different games.
I think the problem with that is it limits what they can do year to year to change the game weapons wise, because they'd have to put all that legacy stuff in or spend all the time to rebalance all the maps.
Well, maybe a nice compromise would be to offer like all the old legacy Modern Warfare maps as like DLC or something.
Which is what
Yeah.
they're kind of doing.
That's what they
Yeah, so
that's what they
last
did?
year they put out games for or maps from previous,
Warfare
from
Okay.
from Call of Duty 4.
So if you want to play the old game,
so they
old
would put out
maps,
like a 5-map pack, and 2 of the maps would be old.
Genius how they get you buying the same stuff over and over, isn't it?
Yeah, and you're thrilled about it because it's retro.
It's from 2 years ago.
Did you find it, in the little ticker they have on the multiplayer screen that gives you different, little statements and fun facts? I found it a little bit disconcerting that one of the little ticker statements was multiplayer free with every copy of Black Ops.
That's just their jab at EA.
Oh, is it?
That's just their if you want to play, get the stuff in Medal of Honor, you got to do this. And
Oh, does EA charge you extra or something?
it's either their jab at EA or them responding to all of the constant quotes from the business side saying like, we would love to make money, charge people to play Call of Duty.
Yeah, but I just wonder how long it's going to be before Activision actually does that, like starts figuring out how they can monetize these two different elements. It feels like on the PC version,
already
on the
two
Steam, they're two
executables, yeah.
totally separate files. You have to
I
Yeah,
find
it
that
is,
crazy.
and this is it's 2 executables here too. They can't have you launch it separately.
And that was true. That was true for Oh God, My Head's on Fire. That was true for Modern Warfare 1 as well, right? For, for the PC version.
And Medal of Honor they were quite separate games all the way down to having different engines.
Right.
So if you went into like Modern Warfare 2 today, would there be almost no community there?
No, there'd be tons of people still playing it if past indicators are accurate. Still there, you could probably go play Call of Duty 4 and still at least find people playing it enough to get a game going.
Hey, man,
that'd be my guess.
People were still playing Halo 2,
Yeah.
so
Just not your friends.
it's just no one I would consider a friend was playing Halo 2
Yeah.
at that point.
The enemy destroyed the headquarters.
I don't know if
I
I,
mean,
want to do
it's always
that,
the thing.
though.
Is like you just have to get that player base from the start. Like if you can get that and begin with that, then you're gonna have a long life with your multiplayer game. But if no one's playing your game week 1, no one is going to be playing your game week 2. More disconcerting than Activision's designs on monetizing Call of Duty is the fact that we're doing this on Veterans Day, which I really didn't think about before we did this.
Is this in poor taste that we're doing?
I think it's maybe border.
Well, why don't we take a moment to give a shout out to all our veterans?
I would happily do that. I would happily raise a toast to all the
Raise a
veterans
toast.
out there.
Yeah.
To Mr. Caravella, to all the other men and women who've served their countries, thank you guys for the sacrifice you've given and the freedom that you have allowed us to do things like this and to drink these beers. So, salud.
Here. I'll drink to that.
Cheers to you all.
Cheers.
Thank you.
Yeah.
There you go. Problem rectified.
Mazel tov. All right, let's go back to fake killing guys.
Yeah.
Let's go back to 69.
So I think that game we actually didn't bring anyone in from the party either. So
all right,
that's just
that was just dudes.
yeah.
All right, let's.
So EA were making some positive noises about how Medal of Honor did well for them, suggesting that we're going to see more of those games as well.
I guess so. I guess they said they're week one at least. They're and they were saying specifically their sell-throughs, like not just shipped, but they actually sold through like good numbers of the first Medal of Honor. So.
It just felt like it got really unfortunately sandwiched between Reach on one side and this on the other, which are the two games that people really seem to be talking about.
But it was different enough from Reach that, I mean, if it was after this, that would be terrible.
Since I was on here with Medal of Honor, I went and played I finished the single-player campaign and actually really enjoyed it. I mean, it's nice. It's nice that you've got the two different variants. I mean, if you've played Modern Warfare and Black Ops, it's certainly the same kind of Tom Clancy, crazy, heightened reality. The down to that more authentic style of Medal of Honor was refreshing, I thought.
Jeff, what are we loading up here?
I don't know.
You're still
It
blowing up
just,
A again,
I
so-
invited a bunch of people,
Side
and then it
quests.
went to this screen. And,
Basically.
okay, here we are. Yeah, now we're back.
So these lights on the map here, do these indicate where people are playing, where people are active right now? So basically the USA and Europe, and not very many other places. Western Australia, or Eastern Australia. Seeing some people up in Alaska. It would be great if you could zoom in and see that in a lot more detail.
Yeah.
Someone's watching Zach Galifianakis.
Oh, that guy loves Call of Duty. Actually, because of the beards, he is a Medal of Honor fan. So
That's part of the reason why I started growing mine. I like that.
all
I liked,
makes sense.
What's his name? Dusty, the guy from Medal of Honor. I liked his
you're trying to
vibe.
get a little Movember going on here. Is
A
that
little
right?
bit of Movember, and I'm at that point right now where the itch is really, as a bearded person, maybe you know, how do you get past that phase where you're just like, you just want to shave it off?
Well, I mean, I've worn a beard for so long now that like not having a
don't even
beard
remember
makes
what it
me
was
nuts.
like. Would you feel naked if you had to shave your face?
Yeah. I mean, I shaved like a month ago or something, and
Oh, I remember that.
I shaved once, and then like, no, I'm not going to do that again. And that was the first time in years that I had done a full shave, and even that I left the mustache. So
Speaking of beards.
Yes, Internet Steve. Speaking of beards,
Archie says, "Are you guys disappointed with the game's facial hair?"
facial hair disappointment. I don't know. I like the main dudes kind of scraggly. Like that. I think it's a good look.
Yeah, it ends up looking okay. I mean,
They're soldiers. They shouldn't have,
yeah.
They're not Kyle Katarn. They shouldn't have Jedi beards.
I'm kind of disappointed they still don't seem to have come up with realistic reflections on. Like everyone still seems very wet and shiny. Their skin, in these in these
Those are
games.
translucents. That's a DX9 engine problem.
That's just because they're in Vietnam.
That could be.
A lot of people
It's
seem
smart.
very excited by the facial stuff in the LA Noire trailer today. Did you see that?
I haven't seen that trailer yet, but yeah, people are abuzz.
Very excited.
So does it look like an actual game? Have they actually started making a game yet? Or?
Well, it's what Rockstar do, right? The first trailer is just nothing but cinematics.
Right.
I imagine it's
But
going to
it
be...
looks like it's in-engine, because I remember, like, what was it, 2-3
Yeah,
years
it looked
ago
like
they
it
did their
looked like
very first
Machinima
trailer.
in engine,
yeah.
and I suspect the model will be GTA, walk around, drive around, go to places.
Solve mysteries.
But if you like that LA Confidential, because that's obviously what it's very much inspired by,
Right.
the LA Confidential vibe,
I
then
do.
it seems like it's going to scratch that itch.
I do like that the kind of LE pulpy.
Shadows and flickering neon signs.
Oh, yeah,
and
yeah.
reflected in puddles.
Have they
and all
announced
that
any
good
voice
stuff.
acting for that yet?
No, some of the I didn't
Rockstar
reckon-
always plays that stuff super close to the vest.
They usually get some good names though.
They do. But Rockstar is also always very smart about not just like who are the names that we can get. They will like say like who is just the best actor for this role.
Which
We
is
know
kinda how
what
they
this
do it
guy
in-
needs to sound like.
Have you ever noticed that, like in the cheesier animated movies, they always pin it on the big celebrity voices, and you got like Pixar, and it may be someone like Ed Asner or something, but it's just the
it's
best
like,
voice
well, I
for
kind
that.
of know this guy as a character actor, but Craig T. Nelson is not a star. He's not Tom Hanks, so. But we'll go with him, and he'll be awesome.
Deathmatch.
All right.
They got some decent voices in this as well. Ed Harris, Gary Oldman, Sam Worthington.
Yep.
Sam Worthington is not a decent voice.
No. Sam Worthington is not decent.
Well, I mean, I'm obviously a well-known guy, but a lot of people.
He's a well-known guy.
He seems to keep slipping back into the Australian.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he does that in absolutely everything he's in. The man cannot
Did he do that in
hide his
Avatar?
Australian.
He thought he held it up pretty decent in Avatar.
Avatar, Terminator.
You were just distracted by blue people.
That's what it was. Those blue hippies.
Yeah. Go give him some blankets. Hey, it's Steve. What's going on in the chat?
Yes. BC Johnny asks, have you guys had any chance to play around with the RC car that came?
We did.
It's garbage.
Jeff's not a huge fan.
Weren't you complaining about how many batteries it requires?
It requires 12 batteries between the remote and 12 AA batteries between the car and the remote.
It's a lot of batteries.
Surprised it's
It's a
double
lot
A.
of batteries.
Why not just go for C or D?
Car's not big
Just go
enough
those
to fit
big,
'em.
Yeah.
the big ones.
Uh,
Because it has a little camera in it, right?
well, because
Little spy camera?
I think it's not a matter of like it's a matter of voltage, not of
The other electricity.
not of how much
Right.
energy you're putting in there.
Good shooting.
Nice.
5 headshots with the FAMAS.
That thing, so annoying, so many batteries.
Vinny is not happy about that either.
Probably
But it
lasts
is
half an
awesome that it
hour.
has like a crazy camera on the front and the
We should.
there are neat features to it. It is clearly not worth the $60
I
premium
always
that you
wonder
have to
about
pay
these
on
people
it.
that buy the mega big box prestige edition.
I mean,
of
I
these
bought the
things.
Modern Warfare 2 with the night vision goggles.
Yeah, how about that?
And I never used the night vision goggles until I got the Kinect.
Oh, and now you want to
Folks,
see all the IR
if
beams?
you have night vision goggles and you have a Kinect,
Well, not IR, infrared vision goggles.
it is awesome because you can see
all the little dots.
all of the little dots that it's using to map out the physical play space, and it's very cool to see
very
that stuff.
CSI.
And then I also like busted out, a bunch of Wii remotes, and I just kind of brought like, how many IR things do I have to make this look crazy?
The worst part of those goggles
It's
is you
cool.
can't actually do like go in a park with someone, two guys with those goggles, because it emits IR. So if someone else is wearing a set of those, you see them immediately.
Yeah.
Because they're just broadcasting.
Yeah.
It's not
Well,
light
whatever. Like
amplification.
even with one person not wearing them, you could see the little red ring
Oh yeah.
in them. So, also it's one screen. It's single lens, one screen in there, so no depth perception. And I blacked one of my toenails.
Ooh.
Stumbling around in the dark wearing my night vision goggles.
Had you also been drinking?
No, I hadn't. Amazingly enough.
So there were there 3
Amazingly enough,
versions
this
of
idea came to me when I was stone cold sober.
Did this have 3 versions like last time? The regular version, and then
Yeah.
like slightly better, and then the stupid one.
Yeah, and the stupid one is the one that I think the car is the difference, and it's
Right.
It's 150.
How much was it?
It's 150
150.
for the big hurrah version.
The experience.
Wow. One thing I noticed, I'm not seeing it so much in this game, but I saw it a lot when I've been playing on PC. Always used to annoy me in the old-fashioned shooters where people would bunny hop around to try and evade your shots. The technique in this game seems to be to drop straight into a prone position, so you shoot over them and then they shoot up at you.
So one of the things they've added, if I can not die here, is oh geez, that was smooth. That guy sat there waiting at my tactical insertion.
Worth it.
Stuck.
Because there are challenges for sticking people, and there are challenges for
Shoot that warhead. Go shoot that warhead.
So you can dive to prone. While I'm running here, if I hit the position change, I will dive to prone.
Okay.
And that's new to this game. Before you could always jump and then do it, but it was never.
I might have to see if I've got that on PC and bind it to a key, because that would be useful.
Control is prone by default, so if you're running and you hit control, you will basically.
Oh, so if you're sprinting forward and you go prone,
Yeah.
you'll dive. Okay.
Yes.
That's cool.
Uh,
Uh-oh. Is that an enemy one? Or
no, it's ours.
Okay.
Everything here's on fire.
Yeah, I started, that sound of the RC car has now joined the sound of a Warcraft rogue cloaking or decloaking. I always think I'm going to get killed immediately as after I hear that sound. And I usually do. Which mode is this?
It's team deathmatch.
Okay.
That guy needs to get iced.
Pretty even right
Where'd he
now.
go? Where'd he go? There he is.
There he is. Kill.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Enemy spy plane
What is that melee attack? Just a rifle butt?
It's a knife.
Okay.
Where's the spy plane?
Can you shoot that down?
You can try. Is it track?
Does it lock on?
Yep.
Nice.
Oh, beautiful.
I find all of these double bass pedal heavy
Yeah.
metal riffs they use to seem really period inappropriate.
Most of the music is really period inappropriate, but it's really good music. I felt through the campaign.
Well, you know what was interesting was I thought the licensed music, though blindingly obvious, like Fortunate
Yeah, I
Son
thought
in
that
Vietnam was pretty
was,
obvious, and the Stones, but I thought it was kind of strange that for a game that's set in the 60s, I think there was like one level in Hanoi where like this contemporary techno music kind of kicked in. Felt a little bit anachronistic.
When you get shot, does Jello shoot up on your screen?
A little bit.
Again?
Yeah, it seems like it's maybe a little not quite as bad as it was.
Kill. There you go.
Oh,
Oh, you die so much quicker.
I jumped into a server last night inadvertently not knowing that it was hardcore mode, and I found that very scary.
That's
You don't even have a thing telling you how many bullets are in your clip.
right.
You just got to change out, I guess, after every exchange to always give yourself a full clip. You know what would be really
and you know what? The RC card does look. I mean,
That is what it looks like
That-
when you
they
buy the
modeled
Prestige
it.
Edition. It looks like a bomb.
Hardcore mode would be more realistic because I always think it's kind of if you shoot like 3 bullets and they throw the clip and put a new one in.
oh yeah, you should
Just
totally
replay-
lose all
you
those.
should,
lose
discard
all the-
whatever
yeah.
is in not fired in the clip.
Absolutely.
That would be super hardcore.
Absolutely. I would have assumed that would have been the case. If
Maybe
you're gonna-
that is what
if you're gonna-
happens.
If you're going to call it
I
hardcore.
don't think it
I don't
is.
think they go quite that far, but
That would be a hard
all right.
hardcore.
Thanks to those guys.
Yeah,
We're gonna
thanks
get
for playing,
some more
folks.
people in here, I guess.
Yeah. Find a new group, and while you're doing that, Internet Steve, hit us with some questions.
Yeah, this might be a waste of a question. Nick,
Oh, hold on a second. We're actually seeing a clip here. We're playing a clip of the infrared running,
Oh,
and
right.
Oh, is this the YouTube guy that put the clip up of the IR? Yeah, it is.
yeah. You can see
see
like
all
the
the IR
edge of the
dots.
field of like where it's spraying out all of this IR.
It's a little bit spooky.
It is. It's like when I first put on my goggles, I just looked. I didn't know to look where it was pointing.
Look
I'm
at
like,
those
I'm just going
thousands
to look
of dots.
directly at the thing and see what it looks like. And I'm like, oh, you can see kind of the twinkle of the of that part of like where it's projecting the IR. And then I look back to where someone was sitting on the couch, and I noticed like dots on their face. I'm like, why are there dots on your face? And then I kind of look around, I'm like, oh, okay, that's the whole thing. Is the
It does make me, when I see this, it almost reminds me a little bit of that Penny Arcade cartoon where the connector's going like identifying weaknesses,
Yeah,
height
yeah.
levels at maximum.
No, it is intense to see just how much you're being bombarded, and just the fact that it's very specific. That they're not just kind of like randomly jumbling around. It's like they have a grid
It's a pattern, yeah. It's a specific thing.
that they are following, and they're using that to figure out where you are, who you are. I mean, I assume that stuff has to figure into a lot of the like Connect ID, like
Yeah.
identification stuff or automatic sign-ins. So
But I guess that also is using the regular camera.
that makes sense too. I imagine it has to be some weird because that whole dance that you go through when you first sync up your Connect ID.
Oh my god, it refused to recognize me until I took my glasses off.
Oh, really?
And it thought my legs were going like that all the time, even though they weren't most of the time.
I would love to see you make your legs go like that.
I couldn't. That's the thing. It was the avatar was doing things that I couldn't even do. There's one guy down in looks like Madagascar who's
Yeah.
playing, and one guy in South Africa.
And he's like, man,
These
hang
connections
times are
suck.
terrible.
Exactly. Internet Steve, let's get some questions now.
Yeah, have you guys tried out the Wii version yet?
No.
No?
All right. How do the daily challenges differ from those featured in, like, let's say, Halo Reach?
They're called contracts.
I did a couple of contracts.
They said, hey, that's a good idea.
Yeah, it's, here it is. So it's stuff like,
Get 5 kills using an assault rifle without dying.
yeah.
So
Or
you spend a certain
win
amount of
one
money
match.
to buy a contract, and then if you complete it, you win.
Yeah. So I
it's
have,
like
so I
a
have 10 minutes and 1 second of a live time in game to finish this one, or it'll just be a miserable.
just like a little
failure.
bet you make with the game. That
Yeah.
You can do these things.
Yeah.
Okay.
It just seems like any place that they could cram in some kind of money sink, they did, which is weird because, yeah, I don't know. Like the whole COD points system feels a little half baked.
Everything costs money now.
Yeah.
Like your player card and all that kind of thing. You want to
Yeah.
customize it, that costs money.
What are the options like for customizing your player card?
They have a bunch of shapes that you can layer over each other.
Okay.
16 layers possible, and people are making a lot of really filthy stuff. with
Yeah,
it.
I saw
Yeah.
there was like a big,
I should hope so.
Yeah.
cock and balls that was like spraying
Yeah.
what I presume was calm
Yeah.
out of it. So it's pretty customizable.
You know, if it was something other than cum, I'd say that it would be far more customizable.
I mean, you know,
because that's
whatever-
kind of what they
It could
do
be
already.
oil. I mean, you
It's
could.
whatever you want it to be.
Can I make it be fire?
Yeah.
That's really.
Why not?
Can I make it be bacon? Because that's really all I've.
You want
I think there actually,
I
is
no,
already a
bacon.
bacon thing you can just buy.
Oh, okay. So I just.
You don't even have
it's
to create your own bacon. There's-
Great.
there
Yeah,
a bunny hopper?
I shouldn't be allowed to make
Why
my
is
own
he bunny
bacon. That's
hopping like
definitely
that? What's his deal?
true.
Now we all die.
Little flashbang. Oh, I know this map. I die a lot
Because of
on
our
this
little
map.
jump party, everyone dies.
But it's fun to jump.
Oh.
Dead.
Heads up, enemy RCXD spotted.
You got sleepy,
Uh-oh,
Jeff.
here comes an RC car.
One of the things I like about Modern Warfare 2 on the maps are a lot of the nooks and crevices you can hide in because the levels are designed with like.
Oh, that
ladders
guy's
and
got a rocket
ramps.
launcher. He's your
Is that
buddy.
still here?
Oh, like little just spots to duck into and stuff?
Like,
yeah, a little
if
bit.
you go in a warehouse, there's going to be a couple ladders to get up on top by a
Yeah.
window, and lots of different paths.
I do like that
Yeah,
dramatic dive
I feel like
animation.
a lot of the maps still have that sort of stuff in there.
How's the camping on this? Because I think that was something they were trying to cut down on with the map design and.
You know, I've never been big for staying in one place, so I'm not too sure how. You know, there's definitely good spots to snipe. Called a hunch. I think there's a guy there, and I'm right.
Good shot.
Deployed.
But I've kind of always felt that the Call of Duty games have been just too fast moving for you to. I mean, I know there's people that probably play it very snipey, and find their spots and stick to them, but to me, this game was always a don't stop or you'll die.
But don't run, or you'll also die.
Right. Can't sprint, but you can't stop.
Wait, these guys are all totally behind us.
Yeah, there's always a bit of a meta game where people uncover the good spots, and then everyone finds out what it is, and then the game moves to a different tactic.
Right. That no longer
Uh-oh.
that ceases to be the good spot.
Yeah.
That was maybe not the best place to.
I was stuck in that animation.
Oh.
Heads up, enemy RCXD.
Let's all hang out in this room, guys.
Spy plane above.
Or just this doorway.
Where's that spy plane?
Can that rocket go off?
That rocket will, in fact, go off.
I did notice there was that part where you were going
Ah.
underneath the jets. It seems like that would probably be a bad place to be standing when the rocket starts going
There's
off.
the guy. Oh, it's already smoking. Oh, I think you got it. Nice.
Yeah! That's awesome. Freaking spy planes anyways.
Yeah. Fuck these assholes that we are playing with.
What's the kill streak you've got there right now? It's in the up.
That's the tactical insertion.
Oh, okay. Oh, I see. That's just one of your pieces of equipment.
What are you saying, the guys you're playing with or against?
With
We've taken the lead.
the guy that keeps shooting off rockets and giving away our current position.
Also RCXD spotted in your area. Enemy Cobra headed your way.
Uh-oh.
Why are some of the friendly players green and some blue? Are those people in your party?
Yeah.
Okay.
Always shoot the guys with no names.
Though sometimes the names of your team don't appear until you've already started shooting.
I've noticed that a couple of times here in this session tonight, Jeff. It's
It's something that Modern Warfare 2 did as well that just seems...
it's disconcerting.
Friendly RCXD deployed. Friendly care package on the way.
Where's it going? He's going over here. So. Oh, but I'm up a level or whatever.
Ooh, nice.
Oh, the rocket is taking
Friendly
off.
RCXD inbound.
We all want to see it.
Oh, it's launching.
Does that happen just at a set time into the match, or
Yeah.
when the team gets a certain score?
I think it's a set time in the match. It's never not taken off.
Shoot the shit out of those guys.
God
Oh,
damn.
you couldn't shoot through that
Yeah.
divider.
Got him a few times, but not enough.
RCXD deployed.
Coming up with nothing. Hey guys.
Oh,
Friendly RCXD
RC time.
deployed. Our spy planes in the air.
see, Gary, he's learning. You didn't even have to tell him to shoot that guy.
That one I felt was a gimme. If he hadn't got that, I'd have been very disappointed.
Any player would have known to have shot that guy.
I always feel like I have the worst luck in this game of just happen. You know, so often the enemy guy will just happen upon me and kill me from behind. I never seem to get those those gimme kills.
Yeah.
I'd say you gotta run counterclockwise or against what the spawn is moving.
I just always get too excited. I just always
oh,
do.
oh,
I
oh,
would do the
in front
thing.
of me.
Oh God, start shooting, and just like shoot all around
Yeah.
him. Like, no, 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 now
Yeah.
I'm reloading. Oh fuck, I'm dead.
You do the Cameron Diaz kind of. Ah!
Yeah, exactly. I think we talked about that during
I think we did last
Medal of
time.
Honor. That same thing. Internet Steve, let's get more questions coming.
Dark Dude wants to know, have you made any progress with the console passwords yet, Jeff?
If you look in the thread
Oh, yeah.
of comments in that post, there are a lot of people are posting a ton of stuff for that. So
Yeah, if you look in the
Yeah.
comments, there's aside from the stuff that you initially posted for the passwords and usernames, yeah, it seems like a lot of people have found a lot of interesting, and it seems like a lot of it's very nested of like find
Yeah.
something and then you find a piece of information there that then links to something else and
Yeah,
keep
yeah.
going deeper and deeper.
I love this idea of people plugging keyboards into their Xboxes and going into like a DOS prompt and
And
spending
playing
hours.
Zork.
Yeah.
It's too bad that the 360 doesn't just have a prompt somewhere. Jeff, how do you feel about switching over to PlayStation 3 here?
yeah, let's do it.
All right, yeah, we'll swap over here while we're taking a little gentleman's break here.
A break for gentlemen.
Yeah,
Gentleman's
exactly.
intermission?
If you're not a gentleman,
no, not like that.
keep on.
We can have Internet Steve ask us a whole bunch of questions from this chat. So, Steve, fire away.
Liquid Helium asks, do you think that they will ever charge actual money for Call of Duty points?
Yes.
No, not in this game. You could see it as them kind of maybe setting up,
Isn't EA already doing that though? You know,
like paying for early unlocks.
yeah,
and
like
stuff?
if you want to just jump
Yeah.
ahead and max out your
But
character.
they do that, but they almost always do that in non-multiplayer settings, or in for stuff that it's not really
Right.
material to a multiplayer
and it wouldn't really benefit you too much in this game because the money's not the issue; it's the experience level still. By the time I got to like level 20, I ended up with so much money that I didn't want to spend on anything. That the COD points themselves are pretty much useless. So I think this is just them. If you want to get super cynical about it, I think it's them getting people used to this idea, so that maybe down the road they could introduce something that was more balanced for that.
I don't have a problem with buying points, but I think you should be able to identify
Yeah.
who those people are. They should have like a hat of shame
Scarlet
on their
letter.
avatar, so that you know that they didn't earn it.
The players,
legitimately.
or no, the players that had to pay for that stuff, they get the super blinged out versions, so that they're easier
right,
to
so it
spot.
looks good to them, but you know, dude,
Well, you
paid
see
for
it.
that.
Well, it's so that they literally like sparkle on the battlefield. So it's
Wow.
like, oh, I could kill that guy much more easily because I can see him.
Yes. He's like one of those guys that goes out and buys all the best gear but has no idea how to use it.
Yes, exactly.
Like the gold guns in Gears of War.
Unlike any of us.
It could be like the microtransaction thing where you pay to get double XP for this round. Like
That seems like a dangerous
the Battlefield
precedent.
heroes.
I mean, they already
model.
do so much like double XP weekends and
Right.
things like that to goose their numbers.
So we're
Yeah.
in the PS3 version now?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're switching over to the PS3 version. So if you've got that version, come join us. I guess we'll see
Here come some people.
if enough people are playing. How does it look, Jeff?
We got some people playing the solo campaign and stuff.
All right.
I'll send out a bunch of invites and see what happens.
See who pops in here. While you're doing that, Internet Steve, let's get more questions, please.
Yeah, Chaos wants to know, which one of the wager matches do you guys think is the most interesting?
Probably one in the chamber.
Yeah.
I think that's probably the one that I've had the most fun with. Of So that guy made a giant bomb logo with his layers there. It's pretty cool.
Oh yeah, nice job. Hey, look at that.
All right.
Or don't. We got to see it, you know.
So there's a little snapshot
Maybe you'll see it later.
compared to
how's
Xbox. We had
Madagascar
1.2
doing?
million. We got 660,000 on
Yeah.
PS3. It's about half as many.
That's still not a bad number.
Oh,
It's respectable.
That
jeez.
is a lot. I mean,
This account is at level 1, so we can't play.
Anything?
I need to kick a bunch of these people out. Sorry, guys.
So it goes.
Need to have 6.
Kicking players. Yeah. Online gaming. There's a few more questions. Fill
Yeah.
this dead air.
Yeah, Demon Knight asks, will there be a video of the tested AR drone versus Giant Bomb's RC car?
that's a good point.
That's a good idea.
AR drone's gonna win,
That thing can fly. And costs
or both of
3
those will-
times as much.
Yeah, they'll destroy each other.
I guess
Yours
the
is
better
a
question
bomb.
is, which one burns through its batteries more quickly?
Probably the AR drone.
Yeah.
Get 30 minutes of that, but it's rechargeable.
That may be the advantage because you can get rechargeable AA's or whatever, but
Which is easier to take through an airport? Security check,
that's a test I want to see.
right?
I look forward to that video.
Driving the car through the airport.
Well, I especially like the part where you're trying to shoot a video of someone going through airport security. I'm pretty sure they don't like that.
Just a recipe for
Yeah.
disaster.
Don't touch them. Whatever you do, don't touch TSA.
Yeah. I don't think TSA would probably be too happy about even being filmed.
They can touch you. You cannot touch them.
Oh, okay.
Rules you're used to.
I'm familiar with this standard for contact. Just a little good old fashioned team deathmatch. Get your levels up.
Yeah.
What do you think you can get a level in this match?
1 level?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can get 2 levels?
Maybe. I don't know.
You seem pretty confident about 1 level.
KD of 1.5.
Guys, I have a fun surprise for us here. I have it on good authority that we have one Bradley Shoemaker on the line from South Korea, where he is there for the G20 summit. To create a little insurgency. Actually, he's there for the GSL StarCraft 2 finals, which are happening in Seoul, Korea right now, along with this massive political summit. So everything is crazy in Seoul right now, and we've got men on the ground right now. I believe we are catching them kind of mid-morning. Brad Shoemaker, are you there? Hey, what's up, dude?
Hey, how's it going?
Oh, we've got video and
Oh,
everything,
video,
gentlemen.
wow.
How is Seoul treating you?
It's terrifying outside. There's guys with automatic weapons walking the streets.
Right.
Well, they take that StarCraft 2 tournament pretty seriously.
Tell us about some of the stuff you've seen so far. Oh yeah, show us.
How about I just show you?
Yeah, please show us.
Yeah.
You see a bunch of flags and stuff out there. I can't really see what you can see right now. But
Yeah, point it down a little more.
World leader is like converging.
That building looks nuts, by
Looks
the
like
way.
Delta City or something. It's
Yeah.
very impressive.
Are you,
Yeah.
Brad? Are you in the future?
There's an armored vehicle with a turret down there. So yes.
All right, we can't see anything. Bring it back.
All right.
Mirror's Edge.
Yeah, it's very Mirror's Edgy in there. So give us the. We're playing some Black Ops. Give us the update on the StarCraft 2. What's going on, guys?
We haven't done anything yet. We just got in late last night.
Okay.
So we're going to be meeting up with some Blizzard people later and go and talk a bunch of dudes, basically. So, and meanwhile, we're sampling local cuisine like blueberry muffins.
The delicious Seoul Korean
Cafe Americano.
sack food,
Right.
blueberry muffins.
We tried a bunch of Korean food today as well.
Yeah, a bunch of Korea showed up here, and so we opened up
Oh,
a bunch of
man.
boxes and.
We should have just stayed there.
Bootleg
We have
Kit
some
Kats.
Juan.
Yeah, we had some bootleg Kit Kats. Those weren't bad.
We have Juan here.
Oh, you've got 100.
Show him your fat stack, Drew.
Yeah, check this out.
So yeah, is the conversion rate like a million to won?
It's 1,000 won to $1. So,
This broadcast is over.
yeah, that was
That's
terrible.
pretty good.
I'm hanging up now.
So, Brad, what are you most excited about seeing over there?
The finals. Absolutely the finals. Like, it's really evenly matched finals. Both the guys that got through are kind of like no-names that came out of nowhere, and they're just decimating everybody. So nobody really seems to know who's going to win, but it's going to be really exciting.
Paint a picture for us. Like, what's the turnout? What's the fanfare going to be like for that?
It's hard to say until we get there. It's in a much bigger venue than the regular season.
Okay.
It's more of an arena kind of scenario, I think. It looked like maybe a couple thousand people from last season. It's really hard to say, though. You don't get a good sense watching the broadcast. So.
All right, awesome. We now have you picture-in-picture with Black Ops going on
Awesome.
at the same time.
Wonderful.
Amazing.
So we could. So Norm, do you have any other StarCraft-related questions?
I'm
for
just incredibly jealous. I want you to take lots of pictures, and I want you to get in that booth and play a game in the finals booth.
We're getting to the venue before the tournament tomorrow, so I'm going to totally go sit in the booth and act like I'm playing.
Nice.
It's Slayer's Shoemaker.
Sure.
Brad, did you think to bring your StarCraft 2 shirt with you?
No, that's at home. That was intentional.
Ah.
Although, check out what happened though. Here's what Korea does to you. These were my glasses.
Oh, goodness gracious! They have
Wow.
come apart.
I don't know. Yeah. This is.
Well, all sorts of glasses problems here. Joey destroyed his earlier today as well. I don't know. Bad luck for people who can't see.
We're going through the ringer over here.
All right, well,
Spend some
gents,
time-
we're going to let you get back to get ready for your first big day in Seoul, Korea. Have fun at the GSL, at the finals. I'm sure this will not be the last time we talk to you guys while you're over there, and then hope you guys have a safe return home.
Thank you.
Drew, take good care of Mr. Shoemaker for us.
I'll do my best.
Make sure he shows up to things on time, and gents, we will see you soon.
See ya.
All right, see you guys.
Awesome. Yeah, dude, Seoul looks nuts.
Yeah, that looked cool.
It's
out
very
there.
futuristic, isn't it?
Yeah, that just that one building there. I'm like, holy shit! This big mirrored blade sticking up into the sky.
See ya. Thanks.
All right, yeah, bye. I thought he was gone already.
Oh, so this is a interesting map. I haven't seen this before.
This is Nuketown.
Yeah.
Oh.
This is
It's
I
like
love
one
this
of
town.
those
I love
Russian
this level.
test
Oh yeah.
nuclear towns.
It's like from Indiana Jones 4. You
Let's
can hide in the
please don't
refrigerator.
Or
remind-
from the first
do not
Hulk movie.
remind me of that.
That's right. Yeah.
This is a jittery
This looks a little more
mess
laggy than the Xbox version.
right now.
Oh,
What's going on?
Is there a mode where this town blows up in the end of the
This
level?
town blows up at the end of
It
every
blows
match.
up at the end of every round. It gets nuked.
Oh.
And it's
So
a
all
cool
the
map because all the
scorekeeping seems
dummies
kind of pointless, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, they're kind of fake players as you run around corners and stuff.
Well, there's a bunch of maps like that, right? There's the training map also has.
There's a firing range
Yeah.
one, yeah. This is definitely very laggy.
I always enjoy when Call of Duty throws stuff like this into the mix because it, you see so many levels that just look the damn same, of just like here dirty brown place,
Silo
or
warehouse.
Yeah.
military compound.
Yeah, this is fun.
And this is also the small map of the game.
Okay.
So it's hectic.
Modern Warfare 2 had something. So didn't they take some of the kind of the suburban America
Yeah.
locales
Yeah.
and use them in multiplayer as well?
But that was in the game. Is this in the game?
No.
No,
Okay.
it'd be cool if it was.
Guy blew you up with the little remote control car. It's a nice looking
I
grass.
can imagine a single player mission set in Nuketown where they had real people tied down to chairs inside one of the fake houses.
Uh-oh.
A little dark there, Norm.
It's Black Ops.
Fair enough.
Can't get any darker than black.
Yeah, is that a Wesley Snipes quote?
It did feel like a bit of a one-liner, didn't it?
So there you go, level 3 in one match.
Nice.
Not necessarily difficult.
A lot of
That's
positive
kind of always the thing.
reinforcement.
Like those first few early levels, you can kind of
Yeah.
burn through.
But you also don't necessarily unlock anything meaningful until around level 5.
I'm achieving. I'm achieving.
Get up, man.
What's that guy doing?
He's
The worm.
He's been last standed.
Oh,
Take
okay.
the coward's way out.
Oh.
Oh, that guy's on fire! Someone's running around with a flamethrower.
Yeah, it's got flamethrowers under like an underbarrel attachment, which it can be used to burn the enemy.
Is that a spy plane?
Yeah, but I don't have a launcher. I got a pistol. We should try to
Shoot it with the pistol.
Can't shoot much of anything like this. Jeez.
Double rainbows.
Totally hitting it.
From what I've seen so far, the map seems smaller in scope a little bit. Like
This one is definitely
Yeah,
quite small.
this is this game's version of like Shipment or something like that. You know, it's,
Yeah, there's not much. The 2 houses across the street, and that's pretty much it. I don't know how you got away with that.
Yeah,
Guy was just hanging out there.
perhaps if I take his gun.
Oh, he wasn't dead.
No, he was dead. I took his gun.
Oh.
The battle is lost, but the war has just begun.
So, you know, that's the nice thing about Call of Duty. Always been is, you know, even if you lose, getting something out of it.
Yeah, you get stuff. They do a really good job of making you feel like you're progressing at every turn. It's kind of the thing I don't like about the COD point system is by letting you choose what to unlock. It's that situation where by the time I hit level 20, I'm like, all right, I've unlocked everything. I don't really care about any of this other.
It's kind of like, oh,
Progression
maybe I'll try this or
Yeah,
something. But
yeah.
There you go.
But
So
aren't
now
the
you've got a
fancy
couple
weapons
of classes.
near the
Yeah.
end? Like, aren't the fancy weapons in the higher tiers?
They're higher level, yeah. So you
Right.
do have to kind of get to that stuff. But by level 20, you've unlocked kind of like the midpoint
What you would
stuff.
wanna use
yeah,
for most
yeah,
games.
basically.
Yeah, you've got enough that you don't feel like you're gimped anymore.
Right. All right, let's get a few more invites out here. And
let's get some invites out. Let's get some questions in. Turnet Steve.
Yeah, Boy Live wants to know, what do you guys...
Don't shake your head at my wordplay.
What do you think the team... what do you think of the teams working on Call of Duty need to do to breathe new life into the series?
if I could answer that question, I would be off doing it.
Yeah.
Or something, right? Like,
Yeah, what do these guys need to do to make a more than multi-million selling game, which they've already done?
yeah, they need to start from scratch, or not purely from scratch, but they need to make dramatic changes, I think.
Well, one of the questions is how does Activision continue to put it in their words, exploit this franchise without doing what they did with Guitar Hero and basically making people sick of it by bringing out so many games.
I mean,
so
do what
often.
they did with Tony Hawk, Spider-Man,
Pretty much every
and
franchise
Guitar
they've ever
Hero.
had, yeah.
Well, I think their answer to that question is next year you're going to see a lot more games come out with the Call of Duty name on it.
Like Call of Duty RTS and different
not
exploitations.
necessarily- yeah, stuff like that, where they will start to try and make different types of games, but
Call of Duty Hero.
Yes.
for example.
Call of Duty Man.
Ghost. Call
of Duty
Adventures.
Pro Skater. I'm just pitching these out. Or Tony of Duty. I don't, they've got that license. You know, they've got a deal with Tony Hawk until
forever.
2020 or something. So they got to keep figuring out what they're going to do with that.
Like Russians try to take over the skate park and you got to get your weapons and skate around and
You know,
You find the skateboard.
and then put on a rock concert.
before Tony Hawk 3 came out, I interviewed Tony Hawk, and this was after they had signed their lengthy contract with him, and I kind of asked him, so like, hey, you signed like a 10, 15-year contract with these guys, and you guys are doing this on the annual. Where do you go at a certain point with this? And he kind of like just was deferential about like I trust these guys, they'll figure it out.
I just cash the checks.
Exactly. I just show up here in my Lexus and then drive away.
Like Tom Clancy. One day he'll no longer be involved, but it'll just be his name. They'll
Well,
buy the rights.
they have already done that with the Tom Clancy brand. They've spun that out into flight
Yeah.
simulators and war games and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, so I think that
Now Tom Clancy Jr., that's the brass ring. That's the license you want to get.
That's right.
He's the future.
It's the younger Clancy.
So I don't know what they're going to do. I think it seems like at
Nice.
the bare minimum we're going to see a new Call of Duty title every holiday period, don't you think?
At the absolute minimum.
A new Call of Duty shooter, I think, even.
Yeah.
You could narrow that down.
No, I think that's the bare minimum. Then I think they'll do
the other stuff,
genre stuff elsewhere.
I think they'll end up doing a flight game. That's my guess. They'll eventually do a flight game. They'll do some
it's
kind of
got-
third-person game.
Yeah, like the former Vicarious guys. I can't remember the name of that team now.
Former Vicarious guys.
No, not
You're
sorry, not
for
Vicarious.
Visceral guys.
Visceral guys.
Sledgehammer.
God damn. Sledgehammer. Thank you.
So I guess they could
Those guys have to be working on some sort of third-person
Sledgehammer's
action
game will probably ship next year.
Yeah.
They can kind of switch off the sub brands now. So like next year you'll probably see Modern Warfare 3. the year after that you may see like either Black Ops 2 or some other shooter-based
You know,
spin-off.
yeah, Infinity Ward did Activision the biggest favor they possibly could have by creating this sub-brand that can be identified on its own with Modern Warfare. Like, in their attempt to try and peel away from Activision within Call of Duty, you know, they gave them like, oh, okay, we can now make our Call of Duty games and Modern Warfare games, and you know, not have them necessarily always be the
Even
same
though
thing.
this feels very much like it's part of the Modern Warfare family, it's not Modern Warfare branded.
Right.
It's its own thing. So now, presumably, there's got to be someone somewhere working on Modern Warfare 3 right now, if they
Right.
would want it out for next holiday.
Yeah, or some some shooter, some kind of
I think I
video
agree with,
game.
I think I agree with Gary that like that the Modern Warfare 3, that name specifically, like that, whatever that story is, like whatever that line is, they've got to be working on that right now.
Do you think though, even just one game a year, they're in risk of killing the golden goose? I mean, Halo, for example, they go you know 2 or 3 years before they put a new game out, whereas this, it seems like they are getting into that Guitar Hero groove of another year, another Call of Duty. Like, it seems like fatigue could set in pretty quickly with that.
I don't think Activision gives a shit.
But they will if they start to see diminishing returns like they already have with Guitar Hero.
Well, it's kind of like they find the next thing to use up. Like I think, and it's maybe a little crass, and maybe also a little true, is that most video game franchises don't have much legs for that long, and if you have something that's hot right in this moment, you know, exploit the shit out of it while you can, and then, you know, once it's worn out, well, there's going to be a new thing because there's always going to be a new thing.
And then exploit the shit out of that.
And then Call of Duty gets worn out, and then you wait 3 or 4 years, and then you have a new game that's called The Call of Duty, and you reboot the whole thing and start the process over.
It just
again.
seems like over the long term, though, once you've got yourself a bankable franchise like this, it could pay off for you a lot more over the long term if you just exercise a bit of restraint and don't keep pushing out these games every year.
It might, but it is definitely paying off in the short term.
And they're making
They are already making shitloads of money with their current
$300
philosophy.
million in the last 48 hours with this game.
Yeah,
something like that.
Ridiculous amounts of money. If you're doing that with your current process, why would you change that process?
Very true.
All right, we're gonna
I'm not
play-
saying it's good. I'm not saying I agree with it, but like I
as
get
a business,
that logic.
you know, it's like from the businessman's perspective.
Yeah.
I guess it makes sense. So this is one of the chamber. This is one of the wager match modes.
Oh, cool! I wanted to see this.
So each player starts with 1 bullet. It
In a
will
pistol?
kill if it hits.
Okay.
So this is kind of like Golden Gun for everyone.
And if you kill another player, you get a bullet, whether with knife or with your pistol.
Okay.
So, and you only have 3 lives.
It's intense.
This sounds fun.
yeah, I like this
It
already.
is. It is.
And there's points on the line.
Yeah.
All right, no one talk to Jeff.
All right.
Well, I like the gray. Oh yeah, it's
Won't
just
stay
not
that way for long.
started yet. Yeah, there we go.
See, look, these targets will fake you
Hey,
out.
don't shoot
Especially
those.
One bullet.
Only 1 bullet.
A nice looking gun.
Oh, he got you.
Fuck you, Sky Boost.
Oh, fair play. It was a good shot.
It
Yeah,
was.
he lined you up.
I'm scared to even take shots at that range because you want to be so
Yeah, he took a
need to be
gamble
so-
and it paid off.
on it to.
You basically want to press the gun into the back of the guy's
Oh,
head.
shit.
Here's a dude. Oh, you got him.
Well done, sir.
Jolly good. So now you got 2 bullets.
No, because I used a bullet to kill
Oh.
him.
So now you start.
Oh no!
Yay!
More bullets.
What is that big number 1 down
That
in
means
the
I'm
corner?
in first place.
Okay.
Can't you tell it's gold?
And then once you die, you're out for the game, or no? You
3
have 3
lives.
lives. This is
And,
fun.
and Jeff, in case you didn't know, you're already.
I'm quite
dead.
nervous
Love
just
this. I
watching.
know, me too. We got to play this tonight on Skype.
We
While
should
the
be
taunting-
standing around like a pit, like with sweaty wads
Yeah.
of money, going ah.
Red headbands.
Yeah.
So that guy used a knife. He has 2 bullets.
He does.
So
Good
if
for
you
him.
face
Oh,
him
I
again-
see. So he gets to
Yeah.
store his
So
bullets.
if you can get close enough, you save your bullets.
Hate that window.
Do Windows chew bullets?
Oh,
Huh?
what?
Oh, very good. So now you
I'll
have
take it.
2 bullets. Those look like rifle bullets.
All right, so that's it for me.
Oh, you used all your 3 lives?
Yeah.
So you can just watch now.
But I think I will finish in the money. So we got 2 players left, and okay, well that's that.
You were second place, so you
Yeah.
got 15 credits.
And I bet 10. So.
All right, it's a net gain.
And you know the antes on these go up and up and up to the point where I guess you're wagering 10,000 points or something just to.
And the slow motion kill.
That's a cool mode.
What does the purple heart indicate? Does that mean
sure.
anything?
Oh, that's your level of prestige
Okay.
because it's like level 1 to like 0 prestige.
That was fun.
Do it again.
All right. Let's do one
Is there
more
another
one.
Yeah, let's do one more of those. I
There's
like
another
that.
mode that's similar, isn't there, where every time you kill someone, you get a better gun?
Yeah, that's called gun game. There's 4 modes within the wager match system. Another one called sticks and stones. Another one called sharpshooter. And sharpshooter rotates, so like everyone has the exact same gun, and all the guns rotate every 30 seconds.
Okay.
And as you kill people, you actually get perks. So the first kill, you get like sleight of hand pro, so you can reload really quickly, and you know the up and up from there. In Sticks and Stones, you get one of the throwing knives, or it's a tomahawk in this, but it's basically the same as the throwing knife from Modern Warfare 2. And if you can hit someone with it, you bankrupt them, and their score gets reset to 0.
Wow.
Which is messed up because you can be in first place, 5 seconds left, and get hit with one of those and be like, oh.
Oh, that sucks.
Inventive.
All right, taking it to Nuketown. I do like this.
Yeah, this is a fun.
Nuketown's
fun map.
a good map for this mode too, because you know it's
Right.
small,
Nowhere to
so
hide.
they just start to happen.
So kind of
yeah,
it just
goes,
moves quick.
It just goes.
Hey, it's a Mondrian.
Dunka dunka.
Death could be waiting for you around any corner.
Whoa!
Right there.
Nice. That was a headshot, I think.
You're in a good spot too.
It's no good spot.
I was gonna say,
when
good
you are
spot.
when you are on a live stream.
Good spot to die.
Wow, you're doing good. Here comes another guy.
Ah.
Oh! I think he slit your throat.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he got you.
Lives left.
Too bad.
Oh,
That did not go
Tense.
good.
no, that went
He
bad.
he lost a bullet though
Yeah.
doing it. Nice. So you're still in first place,
Yeah.
but you only have 1 life left.
Indeed.
This is the edge of the seat.
I also
riveting.
this like just not wanting to leave these 4
Yeah.
rooms. Like you've just been doing a bunch of
Yeah, this will
blow.
make you-
like,
this will make you
all right, we can't leave the house.
Uh-oh.
This will make you a lot more cautious because you can't just infinitely respawn.
Yeah.
Right.
That's what I liked about the old Rainbow Six multiplayer. It was literally 1 life, and then if you were out, you were out. Remember those games?
So much griefing.
There was a lot of griefing back then.
But the problem with that
Small
stuff, like you have to find the balance with that because that's one of the things that always, and one of, I should stress that, the things that cooled me away from like Counter-Strike is you die in the first minute and it's like great, I have to wait
All you have
10.
Yeah, for the.
But that's
yep.
the social aspect. Then you get the chat room.
I don't have no interest
Yeah,
in
you can just
chatting with
troll
those
everyone.
assholes.
That's where the real fun is, anyway.
Find a man and kill him.
Spy plane online.
Okay, so there's
second
only 2
place
players left, and that means the spy plane goes up. So now we see the dots.
Oh, that's a good idea. So I see where he is.
Oh,
Oh, and he sees you too.
found you.
You still finished second.
Yeah. That's a really cool mode. I like that a lot.
That's a good idea that when it comes down to the last 2, you can see each other.
Oh, it's totally.
Oh, yeah, he
He had the patience.
Yep.
had your number there. This is a fun mode. I wouldn't want to play it.
It seems nerve-wracking, right?
I mean, I've nerve-wracking
Yeah.
enough just in the regular game. See, like the map, the Nuketown gets nuked at the end.
cool.
Yeah, that's very high anxiety.
All right, let's try. Let's try gun game. Let's do a little gun game.
Okay.
How about? Should probably
Oh, you can double down.
probably
That's
try
cool.
to invite some more. Dudes.
You can really go on tilt
Yeah,
in this
let's get a
game.
fresh
Yeah,
set
definitely.
of folks.
Just like, no, we'll go again.
But
more.
to double down, like I think it's the majority of the players have to agree to double down.
Oh, okay.
You can't just double down yourself.
Right.
So,
It's a concept of insurance.
no,
Does a house take a cut?
no.
There's no VIG.
Oh, that would be fucked up. If the house took a cut.
Right.
Yeah, if they're just like, let's
If they were just like this 10% just constantly off the top that's just going into the
another
ether.
money sink, right?
yeah.
Yep.
Money sink in a game that's already super, super full of them.
Yeah. Jeez. Steve, what's up?
Joe wants to know, is the campaign in Blops more or less insane than Modern Warfare 2's?
I'd say it's
It's less insane.
a little less insane.
I mean,
But it
you're not-
seems like a very little less like
It's a different type of insane. It's not quite the same level of action movie insane.
they're going more for like a Rubicon parallax view kind
Right.
of conspiracy
Yeah.
type craziness, mind control, and
Well, like, it's
MK Ultra and all that kind of stuff.
like Modern Warfare 2 is all about like, you know, just ripped from the headlines and then blown out to preposterous levels. And it seems like with Black Ops, it's about like familiar historical touchstones and then building all of that craziness kind of underneath that.
yeah, I mean it's definitely crazy the level of conspiracy theory type stuff that's in there, but it still feels more.
It's got number stations.
You're
for
not
Christ's sakes.
shooting Russian paratroopers in the Oval Office, you know, in Washington D.C. burning
Spoilers.
down.
Yeah.
And
You're not on the space
Crazy stuff
station,
like that.
International Space Station.
I was so disappointed when I saw that was just like a very short cutscene.
I remember
wanted to
getting
be
the IM
shooting
from
people in
Gary.
zero gravity and
Yeah.
stuff.
Who brings a gun to space?
William Fichtner does.
He's the only one smart enough. He's the only one with the foresight.
Exactly. Hey, you know what was on TV over the weekend?
Was it Armageddon?
Cobra.
Oh,
It was on
Excellent.
Spike. It was awesome. I'd forgotten
well,
how
if
good
there's
it
one
was.
thing that I know that Marion Cabretti loves, it's Coors.
It's true. All right, gun game. Start with a pistol. Every time you kill someone, you go up to another gun. Every time you get stabbed, you go down a gun.
Just stab, not
Yeah.
killed. Okay. What's the best gun?
The last, well, it's not even the best guns are the mid-range, like around 14 or so, or 12 to 14. You get assault rifles, but then you get to like sniper rifles and launchers, and it ends with the crossbow and the ballistic knife. So the last two are actually pretty tough.
So how do you win?
Get 20, basically finish level 20, like kill with the 20th weapon.
So the first person to
okay.
get that.
First person to do that wins.
So you see a lot of knifing then.
No, not really. It's mostly people trying to get their guns up as opposed to getting other people down.
All right, weapon tier 1 of 20. So you got
That's
like
an
Python.
interesting progression, though, to kind of like you've got harder to use weapons at first, and then a lot of accessible, you know, high volume weapons in the middle, and then once you get to the end, kind of slow it back down again.
This seems like a fun idea though. Like the idea of escalating the craziness is built into the game design. Like at the end, you got people running around killing each other with rocket launchers.
Right,
can also
like
get
at
stuck.
point blank,
You
like
could get stuck in the first couple
Now
levels.
this lag is not your friend.
No.
trying to circle strafe each other with rocket launchers in a game that's not Quake.
Also, if you kill yourself with the rocket launcher while killing someone else, you still go back.
Rocket jumping not advisable
No.
in Black Ops.
I advise
There
it.
you go. So and then you
Nice.
get to dual wield.
Yeah.
Oh,
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Out of the money.
Now when you dual wield, each gun is its own trigger, right?
Yeah. Not gonna hit him from back here.
Get him, get him. Yeah. Now you got a shotgun.
it's a good looking shotgun.
It is. Oh, he's got you.
Spread out and
Are these only available as wager matches, or can you play them just in regular
You might be
style?
able to do them in private matches, I think. But
Oh,
Oh,
Damn
for
it.
Christ's
Not very
sakes.
good at long range.
yeah, it is
You
a
gotta get
shotgun.
in close.
Figure there was enough of them down there shooting each other that.
These two are busy with each other, surely.
In the money.
Got him. I'll
Nice.
take it.
Out of
So
the
now there's this shotgun.
Oh wow.
Oh, that's an even better looking shotgun.
Like in some kind of Uncharted type weapon
Yeah.
or something. Kill. You know what? It's fantastic. I don't know if it's in the multiplayer game, but in the single player game, there's one level where you have that dragon's breath shotgun that sets
Yeah.
people on fire. That was crazy. Impossible to miss with that thing.
In the money.
Seems a little unfair of a shotgun that shoots fire.
Out of the money.
out of
But, you know,
the
those,
money.
those are the sort of incredible things that you want to have in a Call of Duty experience. I guess, you know, since Modern Warfare at least.
In the money.
Nice.
Oh, there it goes.
You're third.
A little weird that it's kind of starts telling that you're in the money so early. Even though
Well, if you're in the top 3, you're in the money.
but you can still be demoted, right?
Well, that tells us you're out of the money.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm saying like saying that you are in the money before you're kind of in the end game seems odd to me.
All right, what do you get now? M16.
Yeah.
Out of the money.
This is the most dangerous spot to be in this map. Like right where I'm standing. It's the worst.
So yeah, like once you finish level 20, does Ice Cube just yell "Domino, motherfucker"?
Pretty much.
Great. We should stop saying things like that. I'm afraid that we are selling copies of Black Ops under false pretense. You're like, shit, if that's true.
Oh, that guy was right there.
I don't know how long it'll be before they get Ice Cube and Ice T together in a game. They've got their own things going on.
Trespass
but they
the
need
game.
To,
Yeah.
they need to join forces. Is that the only movie that they've been in together?
think so.
Yes.
It seems like a wasted opportunity.
Whatever. Trespass is great. Trespass is great. Part of their contracts for Ice Cube and Ice T in that movie was that
that the
they
Walter Hill movie?
would get to shoot certain numbers of bullets on camera.
I think I remember that. Yes.
They were
Is that
like,
the one where they're in the abandoned?
it was basically during like it was basically set in like LA riots, and there was like this treasure in this abandoned building that
Yeah,
they were
yeah,
going
yeah,
after,
Walter
and
Hill.
it was Bill Paxton and
That's right.
the scarred up dude that was the bad guy in Die Hard 2.
Yes.
Whose name I can't recall.
Yes, but I know who you mean. William Sadler.
There it
Who
is.
was death
Yeah.
in Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey.
Yes, that's
You were
right.
sunk by battleship.
So yeah, Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, the video game, coming soon from
Is it really?
LJN.
I heard that the guy who's doing the voice of Marty McFly in this Back to the Future game is pretty uncanny.
Oh,
There's
dude,
a
they have
video
these
of
little
that, yeah.
video. You have to go watch one
I
of these
haven't. I
things.
just heard the thing, but
Oh,
I haven't seen it.
It is like really, really crazy.
Yeah.
Oh!
Oh, you waited.
Like it's almost kind of bad that they show you him because he clearly like looks nothing like him. But then
Right.
when you just hear the voice, it's.
I got to check out the video.
Yeah.
I was already very excited about those games. I think Telltale does great work.
Telltale are great. I'm actually strangely excited about their poker game.
Yeah.
That would be fun.
Yeah,
Just a fun group of characters.
I
you know,
pre-ordered
Tycho
that,
and
like,
Strong
day
Bad
one,
and they're
so-
heavy.
Like
Why
every,
wouldn't you
I
do
don't,
that?
but I also have no idea when it's supposed to come out. So like every once in a while, I'll just load up Steam and go look like, did it come out? Did I miss that?
It just takes me back to these old days. Like they used to have these old novelty poker games in the early days. Like remember
Samantha
Celebrity?
Fox strip poker? Yeah.
Well, okay, you've gone back even further. But do you remember there was a really bad one that had Jonathan Frakes and Morgan Fairchild and Joe Piscopo.
Right.
That was. It was
It's
like one of
like
the first multimedia CD-ROM.
my
Weird
God, I remember
celebrity
that.
games. Like these
It
were
was
the
called, like,
celebrities we could come up with in
What about the
'92.
PC Gamer?
Celebrity Hollywood Poker or something it was called. I don't remember, but it was pretty outrageous.
We need to find that.
I'm trying to remember who the fourth guy was, if it was just those three.
It was, oh, God.
It was Piscopo,
It's like not
Frakes,
not Joel Brenner.
Fairchild.
It's Joel
Fucking Joe Piscopo.
Brenner.
Piscopo. Who was there a fourth person?
I want to say there.
Good shot. What do you got now? Oh, that's a heavy gun.
Yeah, so.
I just kind of like the way that with each kill, like the weapon just dips out of frame just long enough for the new weapon to come back up.
You've got like a Roger Rabbit bag of guns.
Exactly.
Oh, you're back in the money.
Yeah.
Knifed.
It's just this trench right here just sucks.
Is it Hollywood, Celebrity Hollywood Poker or something? It's going to drive me crazy now.
Chat, activate. What is
Yes.
the game? Who's the
Crowdsource
fourth? Steve, let us know when people figure it out.
Yes.
Maybe it was just those three. I don't remember there being. Maybe it was Space Ghost or something like that. That's a good gun. Get some.
All right. So now we're on sniper
Oh,
rifles.
this is-
Oh,
Yeah,
that might be
That's where it
asking,
starts to
what's the
get
question?
rough.
Nothing's
That
get
could be
hairy.
hard to get killed
What's
with.
that, Steve?
A lot of people are asking, what's the question again?
We want to know
Oh.
what the name of this game is that we're trying to recall. This like
It was,
CD-ROM
it was a poker
game.
that had Jonathan Frakes, Joe Piscopo, and Morgan Fairchild. in it.
Realms of the Haunting.
No, it wasn't Realms of the Haunted. Although that
Multimedia
could-
celebrity poker.
What?
Multimedia celebrity
No,
poker.
it was like Hollywood Celebrity Poker or something like that.
Sure,
Come on,
something like-
Google Food is weak
Yeah.
right now.
A lot of people are saying multimedia celebrity poker.
All right,
Yeah.
maybe that's what it
I'm
was.
hearing from the control room that yes, multimedia
And was
celebrity
there
poker.
a fourth protagonist at the table?
Do we have a fourth player?
Or was it just those three? Multimedia celebrity poker. That sounds right.
That is a very Windows 95 name
Yeah.
to give your
Hollywood Poker
product.
Pro.
Hollywood Poker Pro? No, that's not right.
Yeah.
People are getting this wrong.
Yeah.
It was something celebrity. I know celebrity was in it because I remember thinking the irony, looking at who was in it.
Like really stretching the words thin here.
Morgan Fairchild is a celebrity.
Do we want to try and give the PC version? Norm's shaking. He's crunching cans.
He's ready to crush a
We're
beer
here in
can.
kind of the final minutes of the show.
Give it a go.
Norm, you want to give it a crack here? All right, it's gonna take us a second to set up. So Norm,
I think it's only fitting that like Activision and Treyarch, we give the PC version lip service at the end of the.
Indeed.
How's this gonna work?
There's a mouse and keyboard there just off
Do
to
I
the
look
side.
at this monitor?
We could make this monitor be the monitor, but I think we might have to have Vinny or someone from the production team help us figure that out because
I don't know.
we
how-
tried
I
to do
don't know
that
how
earlier
stuff
and we
works.
got very
That's an
dumb.
old
This
school
is
keyboard.
really old school.
That is my
Does it have
old
like the
keyboard.
clicky micro switches?
Oh man, what is this?
Oh, this doesn't.
We're
look-
just going to
this
show it
doesn't
off.
bode
We're
well.
not. It's not your account. It's on Jeff's account.
you
Don't
wanna
worry.
use
Oh
this
my
as a-
god!
Yes,
There
there
it
it
is.
is.
There it
It's
is.
just it was just
Yeah,
those three.
Just those three.
Frakes, Fairchild, Piscopo.
Who was it that did all the bridge
I can't
games?
see the game. Though the name of the game is off the top of the screen.
God.
Omar Sharif.
Omar Sharif.
Yeah.
He was a big bridge player.
Yeah.
Dude, look at Piscopo's
Can we go
face.
down?
What's
You
he
know, can we go
doing?
down? Piscopo is mugging for the
Oh
camera.
my
It's
God.
got an extra chromosome.
So, yeah, so I was right about the celebrity part.
Yep, celebrity poker.
Multimedia celebrity
poker.
poker. There you go.
People are right.
Oh, back when
gonna
multimedia
make
was a
this-
Yeah,
word that meant
multimedia.
something.
You slap multimedia on this CD case, you charge $10 more for it.
Is your computer MPC2 compliant?
What does that mean?
Does it have a 4-speed CD-ROM drive? And
Hey Steve,
It does.
can you grab
This
my
is not
mouse
that.
pad from
No.
my desk?
Sure,
wanna use this?
Norman Chan, I will grab your
That work?
mouse
Nah,
pad.
it's too shiny.
Okay.
Look it.
There
He
you
can
go.
do it. He can do it immediately.
yeah.
It took us like 18
you wanna-
button presses
do you wanna
earlier.
sit here in
Thank
the
you,
middle?
Vinny, for your help there.
I play with a wide stance anyway. Like I don't, like, as long as I get.
Play with a wide stuff.
I've heard that.
Gross. You can move that monitor around if you care to, or use this one, whatever
This
works
is
better
like
for
stereo, stereoscopic.
you. There you go. Well, you could actually, you'll have 4 monitors that you can look at here,
All right.
if you so desire. So yeah, we've got the PC version of Black Ops here.
You're gonna have to quit it and relaunch it though, because it's not detecting that the network is really there.
What?
We had to unplug the cable out of it. And
Ethernet cables are tough.
That doesn't look good.
Yeah, don't worry
might
about
be
that.
stuck
that
down
one still
there.
looks okay.
But what we have on screen looks fantastic. Internet Steve, let's get some questions going while Norm figures out his rig here.
Yeah.
The
Yes.
close-up on
To go on
Piscopo's
with the
expression.
tangential comments of poker, Eugene asks, with stores moving on to Christmas and/or holiday
patch.
goods, how do you guys feel about white fudge iced shortbread cookies?
Sounds good to me.
Could you repeat the end of this question again for me?
How do you guys feel about white fudge iced shortbread cookies?
I like regular Mother's iced oatmeal cookies.
Yeah.
I think that's my go-to for store brand.
What's your
oatmeal cookies.
favorite holiday treat over the Christmas period? What do you look forward to indulging the most?
Oh, that's a good question.
Joe Piscopo.
I try and keep my Joe Piscopo intake to a minimum the rest of the
Is
year.
it
No, Joe
patching over
Piscopo
there?
is burning. What is going
They
on?
released a patch over the last 2 hours
I told you they
here.
patched it today. They fixed a bunch of
20 minutes
stuff.
to patch.
We launched it earlier and had it going.
Is our connection just that? I thought we were on like.
No, we have a great connection. I downloaded that whole game in 20 minutes.
Yes, yeah. Steam is just being.
And it's getting hammered right now, maybe because.
All right.
This is uncool.
So
That's
no.
not-
All right, well that's it for
It
TNT.
needs to patch. It's gonna take like 40 minutes to patch. Like in the 2 hours since we loaded this up and got it ready. Ha! Ha! So Norm, tell me about how great PC gaming is.
It's the future.
Is Joe Piscopo in the PC version of the game?
Steam is ruining PC gaming.
We're not talking about that right now.
Maybe play some Team Fortress.
Wow, patch. This is so lame.
Oh, this is everything about PC gaming that we don't like.
You could have ended that with, "This is everything about PC gaming."
Well, other games have to be patched too.
Yeah. Oh yeah, sure. It's just that Microsoft was.
Wait.
Oh,
Wait,
what?
What?
Wait.
What?
Things might be okay.
Okay.
What? How?
Hold on. I'm canceling. Hold on.
All right, Norm, just do it. Whatever it is you're gonna do. We're gonna just keep looking at Joe
It's
Piscopo's
actually
face.
Norm's fault. I launched the wrong executable.
Room says
Oh,
Uno
do it.
time.
PC gaming redeemed.
Ah.
I actually launched.
So user error then.
Yes.
So it's an issue of interface and clarity of instruction.
I launched Modern Warfare 2 multiplayer.
Would you say that you
which
had
did
too
not
many
download.
options there?
Ah, that's why.
Well, for this.
Oh, look, we're all good. PC gaming.
I can play.
We're not all good yet.
Oh, we're not all good yet. We were all good.
Look
See
at
if
those
anyone,
servers.
see if anyone's on the Giant Bomb server.
What's the Giant Bomb server called? Do you know?
Giant
Just
Bomb.
it's called Giant Bomb Tested Los Angeles. I think is what it's called.
The rank alphabetically. Oh, you're doing it already.
And it's not there.
This is Los
This
Angeles.
was supposed to get fixed. The servers that went on the server browser.
Well, they have not patched it. He just launched the wrong executable, so
But I thought they did.
Nothing's
They
been
said it was.
fixed.
They said it was going to be patched today.
How are we gonna do this?
Oh, I don't know.
Am I gonna pick a random server and then?
no, just does.
I can't
Oh,
find
you
the Giant
have
Bomb
it
one.
sorted and it's not there. Just show it. Let's just show it. If you could find Giant Bombing,
And you cannot search either. That kind of sucks.
Yeah.
Is it definitely a ranked server?
yeah, it is.
I'm gonna refresh again.
You know, I tried to find it. I couldn't see it. Look at all the guys with the AAAAA so they can show up at the top of the list.
Yeah.
That's very smart.
All right. I'm a G.
Vinny, how's it going?
Keep going down.
Nope.
Nope, no sign.
Are you getting any signal there?
I had this problem last night.
Okay, well, great. Joe Piscopo.
Exploding Joe Piscopo, my favorite multimedia celebrity.
Yeah.
I'm going to try and find that game when I get home. Maybe you can download it.
Like the wide shot, his face looked so crazy that it seemed like it was like photoshopped or something. Like they had airbrushed
probably,
in.
yeah, it probably is all.
I think that's just the generic face that he probably makes when they say, no joke, you know, give us wacky. And it's just,
That's what he's got.
that's like his, that's his,
He's probably
that's
stuck
his
that
blue
way at this
steel.
point.
All right.
I do not want to see 2010 Joe Piscopo.
Can I join a random server and let people know what the name of the server is?
Yeah,
And they can try to
pick a
fill it out?
low ping server
What's
with
a good
a few
map?
people in it. Nuketown, there you
You
go.
wanna try Nuketown?
No one in there.
All right.
11 ping.
40 DDS Black Ops server.
40 DDS.
I assume this account is rank 1.
It's probably 8 or so, or somewhere between 5 and 8, I think.
Doesn't matter. I can win with anything.
Yeah.
Kill with what you've got, Norman.
This is not connecting.
Hold on. It's not looking great.
Nope. Giving it too much time.
We are trying out the PC version of Call of Duty Black Ops here. All the
Try something
joys
else.
of personal computers and shooting dudes
That was the last one.
and browsing servers.
It's funny because I've been playing pretty much all day. Didn't have any problems on the 360, and then
Yeah.
as soon as we got it over here, it started.
Just
Oh,
going
one.
sideways.
Alright.
Yeah,
So
going a
that's
little
hardcore.
sideways with
Well,
the party
keep in mind,
stuff.
like we start this show
What
basically
does it
at
say hardcore?
a
HC.
time. We designed this show to be on when everyone,
everyone
is at
is
home
at home.
playing.
I wanna
Yeah,
see
maybe,
a
maybe.
Team deathmatch.
There you go. DA, Delta
DA,
Assassination
Delta
Squad.
Assassin-
DA space hyphen Delta Assassin Squad. 0 out of 18.
All right, we're
See
going
if
in.
this works.
So if you don't have the PC version, you don't know why we're jumping through all these hoops. Is because you can't actually search for a server. There's no way to manually input an IP address and connect that way. So you have to sort it alphabetically and scroll down the list like some sort of Neanderthal.
They've got to patch some better
They've got
functionality into that server browser.
it's yes.
Here we go.
Oh,
SMG
you have
maybe?
some customs?
Well, all the customs are there by
They're just
default.
kinda pre-made.
So, yeah.
Oh, we got the PC. You got it.
Shoot, shoot, shoot! Shoot, shoot, shoot!
Look at that beautiful
Wait for
high
players.
resolution.
All right.
You know what? It does. I don't know that it necessarily plays on the stream, but yeah, you definitely you feel that difference in resolution. That looks sharp.
Yeah.
The server again is DA space hyphen space Delta Assassination Squad.
You've got the PC version of Black Ops.
And it runs on your computer.
Yeah. None of this is as...
This is what Will and I did on the Giant Bomb server last night, was him and I running around in pre-match.
DA space hyphen what?
Delta
people
Assassination Squad.
People
Okay,
here.
yeah, all right.
Here comes some people.
So the map will rotate, and hopefully by then we'll have a full 6.
At full 18.
Well, you need 6 for it to even start. Okay, that's 6, so it'll start.
Do they have that same the same stuff for PC version as the PS3 and 360 with like the map and the lights?
I don't think so. They don't have the matchmaking stuff is not the same.
Yeah.
Half the time when you just click the ranked match button, it would just say server full, and it just like picks a server at random.
You know another way in which PC gamers get the shaft? This just occurred to me, but
Why
there's
is it
no
still waiting for players?
prestige or hardened editions for PC.
Yeah.
You don't get to make that choice. You just get the bog standard box.
And they still charge 60 for it.
Yeah.
And yeah, whatever. You're probably not going to, if you are a dyed-in-the-wool PC player, you're probably just downloading a version.
Lots of players checking in here.
All right. We are playing video games.
All right.
Hell yeah, we're playing PC. We're playing computer
Look
games,
at that.
Jeff.
Beautiful high definition. It's like going from the Wii to the Xbox.
Yeah.
It does look damn sharp. It's a complete shame about. So Jeff, explain stuff about how like prestige, or not even prestige, but like the leveling system works on the PC.
I mean, the leveling system works roughly the same. There's no real difference there.
Okay.
But there's stuff where,
Shoot that guy.
like, basically you need to get on a ranked server to gain levels, and they've put in this server browser, and they made this big this big noise saying like, we've got dedicated servers, but you can't actually run your own dedicated server unless you rent it from their exclusive server provider.
Oh, really?
So yeah, so if you have a box somewhere that you think like, hey, wouldn't it be cool if I ran a ranked server or a dedicated server, the answer is no.
Oh, so this is gameservers.com,
yeah,
right? You have to
yes,
go through
yeah,
that.
we're paying $14.95 a month or whatever for this server that I think
Oh.
no one has joined because no one can find it.
Because they got a lot of grief for not having dedicated servers in Modern Warfare 2 on the
Right.
PC.
So they added this stuff, and it's almost worse.
So they've added it, but they've found a way to make it to
Right.
their advantage
Yeah.
financially to offer that service.
But then, like the whole the browsing, like there's no search, right? You can't like
Yes,
search.
there's no search. There's filtering, so you can turn off all the full servers and empty servers and that sort of thing.
But you also can't like directly connect to an IP.
Right. Yeah.
Well, that's bogus.
So we actually spent some time setting up like codla.giantbomb.com, I think is what it is this server, but there's nowhere to put that.
Oh, like we did the
in the
DNS
game.
work on our back end, so it's like we've got the subdomain set up and everything, but
yeah, but it's useless.
Great. Did you guys? I don't mean to insult intelligence. Did you try hitting the tilde key?
Yeah, there's a console and there's a disconnect.
Oh my God!
But there's no connect.
Maybe you need to spell it K-I-N.
I tried that.
All right.
Way to cheat your way through a game.
At least
I was trying to cheat my way using the console.
At least you
I'm
had
sorry.
that thought.
Have you killed anyone yet?
No, I haven't. This is a terrible map.
Killed the audio.
You needed Nuketown. You need something a little smaller for players.
There's that guy there. Shoot him.
There you go. Shoot him. Shoot him.
Shoot him better.
Shoot him through the sandbags.
Oh, Norm.
Kidding me?
Throw a grenade.
Maybe we should hook.
There you go. You got
Maybe we
one.
should hook a 360 controller up to this.
So I decided to start doing that last night out of curiosity and boredom. I was like, well, I'll just join some random server and play with a gamepad and see how that goes. I did not get torn apart as badly as I thought I would.
Interesting.
But, I mean, obviously there is an advantage.
There are people out there who do prefer playing, even given the choice, they would rather play on a gamepad, which I find bizarre. But
for this game, I definitely prefer a gamepad. It just feels like the right way to play it. It feels like the way it was kind of meant to be played. It just there's a tightness to it and the way it moves. That with the mouse and keyboard, just feels that the turning radius and all that stuff just feels awkward to me. Like it feels jerky or hokey. I don't know. Just it doesn't. But I'm not saying that's for every game. I mean, I would never play Quake with a gamepad on the PC or anything. That's that is crazy talk, you know.
I guess if this current generation, if you're a gamer who spent their life learning to play FPS games on gamepad as well, that's just what you're comfortable. Even if you went over, you'd probably, rather than learn a whole new system, just play with what you're
I
good.
guess
Right,
so, yeah.
like you've got 100 hours in Modern Warfare on the 360, and then you go and try and play it on the PC with this completely different control scheme, which that sensitivity, if you're not used to it with the mouse, can make you crazy.
Yeah.
But since that's how I came up on the mouse, I'm the reverse. When I play a shooter on a gamepad, it bugs me that I can't just whip around really quickly like I can with a mouse. If some guy's behind me, I want to be able to turn around really fast.
See, I made the adjustment, I guess, like as console shooters started getting bigger and bigger, and finally kind of came to terms with it, and have been unable to go back for a lot of modern games that are coming out multi-platform. It's never really usually a problem, if it's only available on the PC. Like I'm not like wishing there was a gamepad or anything dumb like that, but when there is a choice. Yeah, I think I end up doing better in an all gamepad environment. Not saying that I want to take on people with mouse and keyboard,
right,
or anything dumb like that, because you know.
Did you play like Crisis Warhead? Wasn't that?
Yeah. I ended up playing portions of that with a gamepad, and it was fine. But that was also playing through single player.
Right. Yeah.
At that point, it's like.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a completely different beast, but.
Gamepad support was mandatory.
Yeah.
Because it's a games for Windows game.
So if you took the top 10 Call of Duty 360 players, or console players in general, gamepad players, and the top 10 mouse and keyboard players, do you think it would be a whitewash in favor of the mouse players?
I think it would be closer than you might expect, but yeah, I think the mouse and keyboard would definitely come out ahead.
Accepted.
Now, I would love to see that match, but I also want to see the other two matches. I also want to see the everyone on mouse and keyboard on one system, and then everyone on gamepads on the other system.
Right, best of three.
Yeah. Because that's if you want to talk about your true skill or whatever.
Which on the PC you can do, because it's the only system that supports both.
Right.
Yeah.
Assuming you can connect to a server with these other people. Or you can find the server that you want
Well, you'd
to
have to
connect
do like a LAN
Or you want to
party or
find the
something.
server that you are paying $15 a month to run. In
The other
server
option,
browser.
it does have some sort of peer-to-peer support in there for private matches.
Okay. But you get none of that ranked stuff.
Right.
None of the
exactly.
the perk system.
Well, the perks are still, I think it just unlocks everything.
Oh, okay.
And there's no matching for that stuff, so it's got to be all your friends at that point, I think.
Well, the good thing is I'm not getting into the stuttering problems.
No, the performance seems to be pretty good.
Yeah.
Terrific. Internet Steve, what's up?
Yeah.
See a few more questions here as we wrap up this Thursday night
Dogs,
throwdown.
dogs.
Unproposed asks, is Norm using that Rat70 review?
I am not. I'm using Ryan's janky mouse.
That's not my janky mouse.
I'm using
That's Fatality's janky mouse.
Fatality's janky mouse.
Oh, you should probably take your shirt off if
Yeah.
you're going to use that mouse.
You have way too much clothes on for using that mouse. That is my janky keyboard. I like that keyboard though.
That's old school keyboard.
It's fine. It's got keys on it.
nothing wrong with it.
WASD still works.
Oh, come on, dogs.
What's your F? What do you use your F key for? Melee?
No, V is
Oh.
melee. I would have rebounded.
Yeah, I don't much care for the default bindings in this game.
Yeah, I had to bind a couple of things to my additional mouse keys
Yeah.
because
Like melee on the thumb.
having to reach over for I put melee on the thumb button because having to reach over for the V key is not going to cut it.
Yeah. Also, the PC version has leaning, which the console versions do not.
Oh, does it?
Do you prefer that?
The
You prefer having the leaning?
They clearly didn't build the game with leaning in mind, so it seems kind of pointless. There's not like a ton of areas where you're like, oh, I need to just peek around this corner and see what's up. It's like whatever, just step out and shoot, guys. It's so rarely life and death in that first second there that the lean never.
Plus
The
it has
lean
delay,
feels
'cause
bolted
there's
on.
There's an
Yeah.
animation to the lean. I mean, once you press it, you're kind of committed to that
Yeah.
lean.
Norm creeping through the fog. Internet Steve, man in the chat. What's going on, player?
Busted Bunker asks, should pro StarCraft players play without shirts in order to get sponsorship in America?
I think that they should just play without shirts.
Yeah.
Just in general.
Yeah. I think if you are going
If you want to get a sound card named after you.
I think if you are going to be a pro gamer, if that's going to be where you pursue your living.
Wear the uniform.
Yeah, no shirt.
No shirt.
What is Fatality doing these days?
Not wearing a shirt.
I don't know.
Yeah, but now it's no longer by choice. Now he just can't afford shirts.
Because
No,
he
they-
retired from gaming.
They show up at E3 the year they had Street Fighter 4 and say, like, yeah, I want 4 of these on the arcade machines. And they're
Yeah.
like, you realize it's like this much money. He's like, yeah, whatever. Wow. So
I do remember hearing that from the Capcom guys.
Yeah,
as
it
they,
really
as they
seems like
scoffingly told that story.
it really seems like that's one of those careers where you should save your money.
right,
Like,
exactly.
Or who knows? Maybe he's running some business where
Yeah,
having,
that's true,
you know,
you
4
know.
of these things makes sense. Or he's, they're starting up a league for
Maybe it's
Street
maybe it
Fighter
was an
4
investment.
play. Yeah. I would not assume that Fatality buying 4 Street Fighter machines would be for personal use.
Yeah, why would you want 4?
Because you had to buy them in blocks
Only
of
has
4.
3 friends.
It was how you had to buy the arcade machines. You couldn't, because they were trying to sell them to arcades, and only one person could be at a terminal because it was the Japanese style.
Oh, okay.
So
you needed at least 2, but they were selling them in blocks of 4.
So what, in the Japanese style of Street Fighter, you can't both stand at the machine?
No,
You
you're
have-
sitting
no
across
standing
from
at
each other
all.
and you don't see the other player.
Oh.
You have your own monitor, own sit-down kind of cabinet that is networked to the one directly across
I
from it.
didn't know that.
And
Yeah.
and so you'll see the thing of people like after matches like peeking up over to see who the other person is that they're playing against.
People meaning like foreigners like will do that.
Yeah.
But you never seems to.
I didn't know that. That's quite interesting.
I think that's our game. Norm, thanks for putting in some good work on the PC.
Yeah.
Not badly
Doing
done at all.
well with no audio and
No audio.
Yeah, we weren't getting
That
any audio out of the
sweet
feed either. I don't know
keyboard.
what happened, but sorry.
It definitely felt
Norm,
like
you
we got
broke
a
the audio,
snapshot
so
of Black Ops there, like the majority of the time on 360, nice little chunk of PS3, and then short shrift to the PC version at the end.
I think that's representative of
That's
the.
what I'm saying. That's pretty
yeah.
much the Black Ops universe in a snapshot right there.
Absolutely, yeah, that's gonna do it for this week's TNT. Jeff, thanks again for shooting dudes for us.
Yeah, no problem.
And
There was a good 20 minutes there that I feel like I was shooting dudes well.
yeah, I think you're
Yeah,
doing some very
you-
good
you had some decent
shooting
kills.
dudes. I love seeing Gun Game and one in the chamber. Those are both cool modes.
That was fun.
It was fun to watch those go down. And yeah, it's nice to see the kind of the ups and downs, the positives and the negatives of the PC version. And PS3 ain't bad either. So there you go. That's Blops in stores now. Go play it if you're not one of the millions already doing so.
And I think some of us will be up on PC again later this evening, hopefully, trying to
Maybe if
find
we
that
can
giant
figure
bomb
out,
server.
we can find that giant bomb server.
We'll
Let's,
figure that out. But so Jeff, again, the name of that server.
Just search for giant.
Okay.
But you
Well,
cannot
that's
search.
Well, okay, I mean, search by
look for
scrolling
it-
down the
look for it in the
list
Gs.
alphabetically.
Go
Go
down
to
to
the G's and look for the word giant
And you'll-
because that's what it starts with.
But it
It's-
begins with a G. It's
yes.
not like, oh my
Yeah,
OMG,
yeah.
giant bomb.
No,
or
no.
anything. Okay.
Scroll down to G, then go to GI.
Oh my giant bomb. OMGB.
No.
All right, we'll
It's
check
too
it
late.
out.
Sorry, Jeff. I actually feel bad about that one.
Yeah.
We're gonna end this now. Thanks to Joey and to Vinny for running an incredibly tight ship. Happy birthday once again to Internet Steve,
Thank you.
21
Yay,
years
Internet
young.
Steve.
More props to all of our veterans out there, honoring you today the only way we know how, and
Coors.
with Coors. And also thanks to Drew and Brad for checking in from Seoul, Korea. We'll be hearing more from them next week and their adventures there during the GSL StarCraft 2 finals. But we're going to finish up tonight's show. Thanks for watching, and we'll be back next Thursday with more TNT.